So, big squid, water, mud. Warrior out fighting the squid next to it. Everybody else shivering and hiding on the side of the road. 6 or 7 feet up above the swamp and about 10 feet back up against the trees. No sign of the elf anywhere, but an arrow flies out of the trees every so often. He doesn't want to be spotted by anybody.
Help me, Mr.
Okay.
Help me.
Matt, you were first.
All right.
This is round 5 of the Bogtopus. Currently, the only threat out there is the Bogtopus and maybe 8 or 9 remaining tentacles, all slowly reaching towards you and wrapped around William, who I believe was grabbed at the end of the last game after he hit the ground in the mud next to it and is ready to try to slice the creature in pieces.
You already hit it pretty hard, so
You did.
I'm gonna try and shoot it again.
Okay.
Let me open up the table. This must be the computer I used last night.
It must be.
What is the longbow sitting open?
Lucky you. Oh yeah, I need to pull that out.
185. So what's his DB again?
40.
Okay, top the chart. 21.
So rude.
21 EP.
What's up with that?
No, shut it.
I rolled a 100.
Oh God.
Well, again,
I thought natural 100 was on that chart. No.
there is no natural.
37.
That's still really good.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a super. It's like the giant crit thing.
I don't even remember what it caps out at anymore.
300 or something.
It's a bigger creature, so it has its own critical.
Yeah, 251 is the max. So, but the ideal ones are 96 to 100
That's right. I knew there was
because of the
Does
open-ended.
66 still apply the same way like it usually does?
It's a stronger critical, yes, but
Yeah.
I did 74 points of damage from missing this time.
okay.
I'm trying to open the my 2 weapons,
Uh-huh.
and it says the file you're trying to open is no longer available and cannot be opened. On the main screen, there's no.
Nothing there. Okay.
There's nothing
Give me
there.
just a moment. I'll have to transfer the files over there. I was doing some cleanup earlier, and I figured that might be the case.
Gotcha. I was like, I didn't mean to do whatever it was.
You did
I
it. You
but I
destroyed
did.
them. Okay. So you got a 130 something,
137.
and you are using a magic bow,
Mithril.
mithril bow versus this. Graceful assault. He can't get his guard up. He takes 30 extra hits. You get a plus 10 on your next round.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Cheaper for me
It took that hit for me to buy it to get past what he did in one hit. I
Did you get
think.
your?
well,
My
fair
arrow
enough.
back.
Okay, let me see your laptop
I
real
need
quick.
them 1 tier higher for weapon than you.
Just unplug it.
Carter, you have that dumb shit.
I think my weapon is being cleared as slowly.
I hope so. But it didn't double your crit hits.
I can put some holes in it for you if you want me to. Then it'll always count as holy.
Has Warhammer as one of their base. Oh no shit! It's toughness, strength, and willpower. And then willpower is.
But I'm
Bottom
going on
barrel
May 4th
garbage.
and I'm playing
22.
a Vader, 2 Inquisitors list.
really?
Nice.
1 unit of Death Troopers and like 5 units of Sword
Mine's currently
Troopers.
at 35.
That's it.
All the files just disappear.
That's good. You probably need
Yeah, I
fellowship, right?
nearly tied with George as a Death Trooper list.
You use the Death Trooper list?
I used Death Trooper list.
Oh. Death Trooper lists are good. I'm excited for Range Troopers though,
They're
because
not good when half your army gets left behind across the map.
well,
He
you,
split his army up in half and forced him to march across the field.
well,
It was bad.
when you run
It
Death
wasn't that
Troopers,
bad.
I always advise you to use Iden Versio because an ability I just realized is they can use tact. So Iden Versio has a card called Tactical Strike, which lets them reduce their speed to 1, but they get steady and tactical.
And that back
1.
to Andy. Who else is missing the
record.
files?
Which
I don't think based off my
On the
experience
main
with
screen,
Death
you're right.
Troopers, it's not needed.
Weapons.
George can attest.
Mine is good.
My Death Troopers are immortal.
Thank you, John.
Well, they have Mandalorian armor on all of them. It's really
I
good.
didn't miss for 3 rounds. I didn't miss a defensive save.
It's like when I played Dark Troopers against Sean. I didn't miss a Dark Trooper save for like the entire round he shot them.
That was brutal. Oh yeah, and then the first white roll, the first 4 white dice I rolled, 3 of them were crits.
I'm not sure if I have them missing or not.
How did you
Yeah,
leave
your
when you
main page
rolling
should
so
show
high?
On the desktop.
Well, that is
They won't show up.
Force staff is right.
Anybody else
Attack
miss?
tables.
Who are you
Anybody else miss the files? Okay. If they disappear, let me
Yeah,
know.
The only thing in the attack tables
We're
is the
playing,
longbow that is currently
Four
open.
corners.
Okay.
Open the attack tables
disarray.
folder.
Disarray.
Probably because it couldn't delete it. So, like I said, I was trying to rearrange them so that all of them would be automatically in sync, and I didn't get all of it done, so they didn't sync up completely.
And shoot because they have precise.
So, okay, so you shot the arrow for 30 points of damage. That takes us
50.
to
50
sure
something.
50 points, extra 30.
Right.
That takes us down to William.
I'm going to swing on the tentacle.
Okay, the one that's currently holding you.
Yep, the one that's currently holding me.
Okay, don't forget your penalty for being grabbed.
Yep. So that's a penalty of 75.
Okay.
We're together. My
That's
DB
that's
still
only
sucks,
like
but my character's coming together. I have a plus 61 now. With my cog, I have a 71. Not 134 though. This seems unfair.
What? That an elf is better at raids.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I have 15 pairs of goggles. How can I not be a better shot?
It's okay, he probably still has a higher intelligence than me too.
Mm-hmm.
What's your
Of
intelligence?
course, I'm an elf.
What's your intelligence?
I had to say it.
Such a racist.
I am.
It's
That's
so
how I'm
true.
playing my dislike of all races but elves.
30
My
CS.
current intelligence is a 44.
C
Okay.
slashing.
Oh, I'm smarter than the elf.
No, you're not.
I have a 50.
How dare you?
I have a 50.
Okay, no critical.
Now you're gonna put all your points into.
I can't. I've
Even
yet to
with-
play a classic that lets me advance my intelligence. That's
Okay.
my base.
Second
Nope.
I'm
attack.
probably gonna change the investment.
Second attack. You have a second attack.
That was a class I
Okay.
wanted to change
Because
because
of
it
my
lets me read and write.
intelligence. I can already read it.
So,
I guess.
I've been wanting to change to it for a while, but then when I was like, yeah, I want to change to it, then Ben said he wanted
Still
to
got
change to
him
it, and I was like, well,
minus 40.
I don't want to change to it anymore.
Did he already say?
No, he changed characters altogether.
Fuck you, special.
Well, I don't like playing at the same class as somebody else.
Yeah.
I've been reading on Magus. It's so good.
Unless, like,
I'm excited
as a
for it.
priest, being a different type of priest or a mage, or a
Dimensional
different type of mage.
The implication you're giving me is it's so unbalanced. I'm so excited for it.
It is pretty unbalanced. Like I
No
can,
damage.
Because that makes it a fun campaign.
I can move 7 level
No
1.
damage.
I can move.
Well, how,
7.
no damage? You missed?
Yep.
What'd you roll?
A 68.
You rolled a 68 and you still missed it?
Yeah. I only have a 48 bonus.
You
I,
rolled a
have I got a
68.
negative 75.
Right, so you have a negative 7 from your skill, from your roll. You roll, take 7
Oh,
off your
okay.
skill.
So you got a 61
Total.
total.
No,
I'm very confused by your English.
I got a 67 total. I
Okay.
rolled a 22.
Oh, I see.
Breakage.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
Breakage.
A high quality weapon.
Whatever the strength listing for your weapon is.
Yeah, but he's got a special weapon.
Did you pay extra for the extra strength
We've already had this
at the
discussion.
time?
Or is it on the stats that he gave you?
The stats I gave you,
Not on the stats that he gave.
then it doesn't have any special abilities from
This
that
was sucks, but a
standpoint.
lot better.
Okay.
Just stating it was
I thought
forged from high
repeaters
quality
didn't
metal.
have that
Don't
issue.
know if that does anything to break.
That does not affect the breakage. It makes it sharper and lets it keep its blade.
So I have to get a. I have a 65 to 75 W.
So you have a 75. It's wood. The creature is not using a bladed weapon, so you keep the full 75. Your roll plus 75, you need a 101.
Yeah.
Okay.
65.
No problem.
It
Dude,
doesn't come off that often. So.
I understand it doesn't come off.
I totally forgot how the mechanic works.
The mechanic for breakage, I understand that doesn't come up often. The doubles supposed to come up 10% of the time, and it seems to come up like 1%.
Dude, I rarely ever roll doubles.
I roll them all the time.
Well,
I-
but you're using arrows. That doesn't matter.
Auto
Took
break.
all of them.
Okay, but the point
I
is,
keep rolling doubles left and right.
my main point is, if anybody at this level misses the creature, I have to suspect you possibly fumbled because you're rolling low enough.
I'm gonna miss
Which
the
is why I'm
creature,
asking.
Don't worry.
Brand new character, effectively.
Well, and you're a halfling, so
Brand new character.
I don't-
Brand new character.
and you're a halfling, so you have an extra margin there.
Fuck yeah, my weapon skill is like 16.
Hey, you have a higher.
After the Roll War fan.
If Matt misses, I suspect he fumbled.
Yeah.
Did the tentacle react in any way to me stabbing?
Your attack skills.
To you slashing it, it took a cut, but that's it.
Jesus Christ.
It didn't take any significant damage other than a slice.
I can't increase
Okay,
agility.
that was
or
67.
toughness or
So
dodge.
Ben is not here.
I have a
So he
D0.
attempts to cast a dart spell from the trees, or at least attempts to dance around a little bit. Doesn't have any visual effect. So we go over to the creature that currently has you grappled.
That has been hilarious.
It is going to grab you some more. Wrap another tentacle around you.
Okay, I'm just gonna stab it next time.
George, what does this mean? The damage buff here. Plus
The
8.
damage is with basic Warhammer because it's usually your success levels plus that value. It's just damage you do.
Jesus.
Your
So,
DB is 0.
The dangerous applies to me, but I don't get the extra damage bonus.
Because it's calculated in the chart.
That was a lot of dice.
It is.
Is it?
It's because you're doing ballistic puncture.
Because we're rolling D1000.
Is it
Um,
critical's better than puncture?
Yeah, ballistic puncture, yes.
What is your armor type?
I didn't know that.
13.
13.
I do like.
He does a
6 or 10
10G.
points of damage on normal criticals. He was
Sorry,
doing
10D.
26 points of
10D.
damage.
Grapple, which is where the G came
Last
in.
time the grapple was real bad.
12 points. I hope
Grapple, well, that's all it's doing is
That's
grapples.
That's where I don't feel like
Grapples
it's,
can break your neck.
I don't feel like I
They-
would never
they can
use
hurt.
on This version.
They suck.
I can't go into anything else. It's engineering the black powder is what I get.
Just engineer a fancy gun.
Let's see.
A black powder bow.
Compound bow.
Just take a hammer and strike it. Just
Grapple, critical,
I'm
grapple.
coming over.
I'll just put fireworks on my arrows and I'll shoot firework arrows at them.
That
Unless Ben will.
I'll
Okay.
invent you firework arrows.
That'd be awesome. Since you haven't
The
done anything for me,
one of the
I'll
tentacles
work out.
wraps around you.
Invented anything else.
Wraps tightly around your weapon arm as you flail at it, pins your arm to your side, immobilizing your arm, seemingly trying to strike at you with the weapon, but being it's a creature, it's not very effective with that. You take 4 extra hits and your weapon arm is immobilized.
great.
Your dad basically alluded to the same thing.
What's that?
My weapon arm was already pinned to my body.
Well, now it's immobilized versus just minus 75.
So I can't.
Cannot attack with that weapon or that arm
Well,
Until he's free, right?
until he's free. Sure.
I'll
kill it
save
before
you.
I can
Okay.
maybe break free.
Place.
Let's see. We got the elf hiding in the trees. We got the Ironbreaker. We got the dog. We got the crazy guy, the halfling.
I still got her.
And you're not here quite yet, and the wizard. So,
I'm just enjoying
Oh,
my
that's
first class life.
right.
I'm doing well with my character.
I figured because of the cans in the
When I was
side.
writing my backstory for this,
Okay, Ironbreaker. One of the tentacles rolls over to you, or slithers over to you and takes a strike at you. What's your defense?
My defense is a 75.
So far, I've done nothing to offset it. But
Yeah, but I mean, are you getting drunk every night?
20?
no.
So you're just casually drinking?
Yeah, you bat it away. It seems to be ineffective
I mean,
against
it's not
you.
making me fat, so.
You're gonna have
That is
some tentacles.
Come on. What?
You okay?
Yeah, he's just poked me in my fat.
Oh.
Yeah, as I hit him in the rib, literally in the bone.
It didn't feel good. I don't like being tickled. Especially not by a dude with a beard.
Okay, and Andy, what is your defense?
It is a 59.
59. Armor type?
10.
10. It is not able to hit you either. Seems like most of its attention is on the meal right next to him, as it has him wrapped up currently in 2 tentacles. The several other tentacles are sort of reaching out towards you guys, but can't seem to get a grip at this point.
You said it's difficult terrain to get out to. And
It's you got to get across the 10-foot road, down a 6-foot berm, and then through the difficult swamp to get over to the creature. It's about 30 or 40 feet out into the water in the mud, and he's maybe knee to waist deep in the water.
I have a question.
Okay.
There next week.
How difficult of a jump is it to go from the berm to the creature? If you were to just get a running start,
Just leap out, however far you, based on how far you could leap.
I don't know the mechanics.
A,
of this
a
game.
30-foot jump. I mean, it'd be athletics.
Is it modified at all by your base rate of speed? Like me being faster?
Probably.
It should.
I know.
I'll just look
I
at
don't,
it here.
yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
Don't expect me to be jumping.
Come on, man.
Matt's gonna, or George's gonna do it. Okay, so we go to
I think you're neck deep in mud.
Thad.
All right.
We got him, guys. That'd be hilarious.
So anything.
I scream in terror
Okay, you failed a dart roll.
and I run into the woods.
Okay, you just run off crazy.
Yep.
Okay, your dog barks at you and then follows along.
Well,
Yep, that's
Okay.
fine.
halfling's no longer a problem.
What happened?
Andy.
You failed the terror roll?
No.
He just ran off.
Yes.
I'll move out into the road
Okay.
and attempt to
it's in
taunt the
half.
creature.
Where do we get the
Okay.
Is that a?
Where do you get the what?
Too much
the
like
base
character.
book's supposed to be on
Too much like my character. I was totally gonna do
It
that.
was on bookmark on the bar.
My name on here is still Trotsky.
Oh, yeah, it's not. No, go to Chrome. Go to Chrome.
Oh, I'm an edge. Okay.
Next time
Alright.
you
I
do
like
my name,
that.
Sean, my name is no longer Trotsky.
I feel like we need to get away from
No,
all
I'm
that
fucked
discussion. I just feel. I should have never moved from
35.
35,
Yeah, when it
okay.
came over here.
Yeah, it doesn't seem intimidating. Where is it showing that?
The bottom.
The player's task, it says Carter Trotsky.
That's because you originally set it in as far as that. If you right-click on it, you can go to user configuration and change your name. That's a player-controlled value. I think. Nope.
I can't edit it.
Not sure, Matt.
What?
Not sure.
There we go. Now I can select hope.
There you go.
There we go.
You had to release character.
Now we have hope.
Yes, now you have hope
You're gonna
again.
win that.
George, now that you have hope, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I guess I'm going to attack the tentacles to try to attract the creature.
We've established how much of a distraction hope can be, so let's get him out there.
That's right.
I got it.
Can't possibly win without hope.
After I shoot my 5 shots, I retreat though.
You just start.
Yeah, I was going to be laying there. That is
What are you gonna
a
do?
flamboyant
I said I was
motherfucker.
attacking the
Right. Right. 40 defense.
Somebody got it. I can't tell what he's looking at.
I'm so confused.
Actually,
Tentacles are just like.
the creature's like, how many eyes does that human need?
I've done 100 points to this thing and it hasn't gone down a point.
Good work.
Oh, we've done a couple
soldier.
hundred. That's a group.
There we go. There's
I don't know
my
if attacking
typical battle
tentacles
roll.
is
Good work, soldier.
Did you hit it?
What's
I hit it
the
for 74.
I'm gonna say
Why? I remember.
12.
You did hit it again?
He hit one of the tentacles, yes.
Yeah, I have 8 rerolls at my disposal.
6
I
points.
can put it at least once.
How?
6 points.
I
Okay.
have
I'm
fortune.
doing good now.
It
guys.
feels it.
I need
8
crossbow.
fortune.
No, this
7
this
faith.
was I pulled out my second
Yeah,
axe
like
and
the
attacked the
lucky
tentacle
talent.
bias.
Okay.
Is this the same type of axe you used before?
Matt,
Or
your
is it a
turn.
bigger axe?
This is a slightly sharper one.
Ah, there you go.
6
it
points
again.
instead of 5. Shooting the body still?
Yeah.
No.
You got it.
I still hit it. It's just a matter of- that would be a 40 dB still. So
Yep. See, for Matt, I need to check if he fumbles even when he gets an E.
That's what I was saying.
You've got enough of it.
But I trust he knows the mechanics well enough. He'll call that out.
Right. Well, it helps
runs
that
out
I'm
of
using
arrows.
this specific bow.
He runs out of arrows, crouches behind a rock, and he's no longer seen.
So 111.
If he's higher up in the sky, so if we're climbing a mountain, he runs out of oxygen so much quicker.
We'll all run out of
What are you guys
oxygen
talking
and rush
about?
that high.
Holy crap,
No, he
that's
goes
way
into the
down.
next
It's like
level
literally
of
11?
tier before everybody else.
11.
Okay.
You rolled
11?
Points.
11 points. Ooh.
You rolled a 19, you got 11 points.
Yeah?
Well,
Oh,
slack.
longbow.
You should be an elven archer. Will.
Very specific.
There'll be one.
Arm is immobilized. You are 75% off everything else.
I'm going to attempt to break free,
Okay?
which is athletics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or
thank God
oh,
I
no, it
don't
is
need to
athletics.
make an athletic.
You just said we could use agility if we wanted to.
You can.
I know. Thank God I don't have
Athletics
to make
for
a
No, it
athletic
is
check.
agility. We could use strength if you want to.
Yes, you can use either.
Wouldn't it make more
Yeah.
sense to use dex for a ranged attack and not agility?
Dex is like 5 craftsmanship.
Yeah, being able to make things.
Yeah.
Then why in Pathfinder is dexterity what that takes you?
That's why you don't have
Different,
agility in Pathfinder.
What's the why if dexterity is meant for like fine crafting and whatnot?
Well, that's how
There's
this
different-
game defines it compared to that game defines
yeah,
it
that's
differently.
why. Plus,
What are you, stupid?
If it's all the same word, how are they defining
There's
it differently?
there's varying
I'm going to
types
be
of
spending
dexterity. There's manual
a-
dexterity. There's
a resilience point.
you can even
on
say
that?
there's intellectual
Two.
dexterity.
100.
You can.
Isn't that a resolve?
Yeah, resilience
That
is the
would
permanent.
have a
Yes.
all labs
To
in
pick
that
a number, it's the permanent one.
Yeah, I will
All based off of that one character.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those you got
I've
left?
yet to actually talk about that. I just talked
Okay.
about that in the game session.
So
Because I wasn't
Resilience?
here.
Second one. You burned one earlier.
I don't want to get sucked up and just dropped.
Okay. So you got a 100.
Why would it just drop
So
on
roll again.
you?
Yeah, I broke 3.
No.
100 and
It's a contest versus its strength.
Yeah.
You tell me what you.
154.
Okay, you do not break free. It's
What?
not.
He rolled
It's
well.
not a straight 100.
What the heck is this
I physically
octopus,
can't
man?
You could have if he didn't roll as good as you. He probably rolled.
It's
okay
just an
this
opposing
time.
roll. Thad.
He's been rolling poorly up until now.
Remember,
Yes.
I broke free at one point.
Okay.
I told you
Well,
I
we
should
also
make
did
pitching
have a
bombs.
Northman and a dwarf taking you
Oh.
out also.
I broke
2
free.
attacks.
If I
you
make
did
pitching
break
bombs,
free.
Okay, I'm willing to do that. 2 standard actions.
No.
Okay.
if I make pitching bombs,
So you
I'd
struggle.
just-
You struggle against the might of the tentacle
the
and are
octopus
unable to
would
break
be
free.
pitching, and then it would
Ben,
fall.
what would you like to do?
Cat,
You see William down in the swamp, currently covered in 2 tentacles, his arm being held almost intentionally against his body so that he can't swing his weapon, while he struggles with his frenzied rage trying to break free ineffectively.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to. Did you get your back up? Matter?
No. I'm down 4 arrows out of my quiver.
Dark.
Okay?
Actually, a lot. I went through that whole fight with you and only
no.
had one.
It's
No.
okay, Ben.
Okay.
You'll get it eventually.
I have a plus 40. I thought you got all of them back. I thought
I
you
heard
used
about
it.
your troubles last one.
It's less than
Not once.
50%.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah,
That
it
was
was
part
the
of the
cast.
Okay.
conversation.
Our fight, you didn't use a single arrow.
When do I roll up?
Where are all these puncture wounds from? I don't know. Dwarf kept using the wrong end of his axe.
Okay, the creature goes. It's going to wrap another tentacle around you.
Yep.
0 defense, I'm assuming.
Axe?
Yeah.
Okay, armor type is. What's your armor type?
13.
13.
All right, I'm done. You are very hot. You know that?
He is.
You're a hot body.
13. Okay, that's going to get a 13F as the creature holds you still.
That's my character.
You got it.
Nah, you're still alive.
I believe.
I can heal you.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
We have hope today. We're good.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I'm not here yet.
Stab it and you
You're gonna show up. We're all dead in the swamp.
The
one-shot
second,
the
the third
octopus.
tentacle
What's going on?
grabs you by the shield arm. You don't have a shield, I don't believe.
No.
But he rips your hand off the other sword, off the sword that you're holding, the two-handed sword, effectively. As it twists the arm in pain, you take 5 extra hits and 2 rounds of stunned without parry.
I will be making my iron draw check.
Well, that's the first half of the critical.
It's not good for you.
And also wraps around that shield arm entirely, making you smack yourself in the face.
Sorry.
Not helpful.
Giving you a round of must parry in addition.
Laugh about stuff like
At
that.
least it didn't do
Would
it.
that be 2 different sources, so I make the check twice?
No, it's one source, one attack.
Alright, well, iron draw.
You know,
So,
I'm gonna invent pull cords for everyone, so if they're in a situation like this, they can just blow themselves up, and then
I like it.
yeah.
I'll bet the dwarf would be all for it.
Oh yeah.
1 success.
Counting all your penalties.
Yep.
Grommel pieces going
Okay.
everywhere.
Are you down hit points?
One hell of a grenade.
Yeah, well,
I have
I've been
a-
trying
Probably
to-
won't be surviving.
I've been
The dwarf
looking
at
for
size
time
probably not.
to invent pigeon
Okay.
bombs. So I
yeah.
get messenger pigeons and I strap
easy.
bombs.
Taking out
62.
that way.
Plus
I
61
create
is
a detonation
121.
device, so they fly
Minus
out and then I
24.
detonate them.
Have you heard about the incendiary bats?
A 101?
101.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I
sure.
did.
So the next action you won't be subject to the stun without parry. Now that puts your cumulative penalty 20 for health, 75 for grapple at 95. You reach 100, you're out.
I know.
Okay.
You're incapacitated.
So
Incapacitated, yes.
The grapple penalty does count towards that.
Well, he becomes weak. Effectively, he becomes a ragdoll at that point. He's still conscious and aware of what's going
I was
on.
thinking about shooting him to do that.
You could.
And then it kills you.
Well, I was hoping it would want you alive when it eats you. So if you
Find
pass
a new
out,
target.
yeah, if you pass out, he drops you. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, if you
They tried
pretend.
to eat me actively the moment before.
If you
You were
listen,
fighting.
listen. Things are always
George,
squishy on
what's
the
your
inside.
defense?
If you pretend you're dead, you get to go.
Not when I don't have a
Be
weapon.
75.
75.
Just rip in. Use your hands. You're a wolf person, right?
Bite it. Armor type 20.
Bam! Sorry.
Game style.
It hits you for a 2A,
Okay. If you call me man, if you call me sir, one more time, I swear to God, I'm gonna come over that counter.
which grabs an exposed garment like a shirt. Uneasy grip impedes your actions. You take 5 extra hits, and the next 2 rounds you're at minus 50. As you're twisting out of its grip. Andy, your defense is?
59.
They should say that's your video for drug addicts.
59. Armor type.
10.
Have you seen the video he's talking about?
Probably not.
Just look up pink lady, pink person in GameStop.
2A.
It's fucking great. Imagine you in drag.
But you're high on that.
Okay. Tries to grab you around your neck. You ward it off and are forced to parry for 1 round. Effectively, a must parry.
It's
The dog and the halfling are gone, which leaves just the dancer and elf in the trees. Yeah, you ran off.
Are tentacles coming anywhere
Correct.
near me?
There are several tentacles reaching towards the trees. Right now, they're about to reach Ben, who's standing there trying to do something. Not really sure because he hasn't actually done
All I
anything.
can picture is the
Is
way
this
they
a vegan
describe the
movement
way
or something,
goblins
Ben?
cast spells in this game. How they dance all around and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like vegans.
What?
I don't know where that came from.
I have no idea. Thad, you are running into the trees. Are you just trying to get distance, or are you running in fear?
Oh no, I'm running.
Okay. So you head off
But I
further.
just wanted to be included.
Okay. Great. You
ran off.
you head further into the trees as best your little legs can carry you. The dog running along, barking. You're not sure whether he's saying this is
Probably only
fun.
20 yards away.
Right.
How slow I am.
Right. The dog is. You're not sure if the dog is saying stop. You're being a coward, or this is great fun. Let's keep going. But it's right there with you.
Either way.
Is
Okay.
it a herder? A herd dog? You know, like
It might be.
nip slam!
Well, I don't know. Every goddamn time
It
it
changes.
changes its breed.
Andy, what would you like to do?
It's a different dog.
So I'm not grappled. It just managed to
None of us
hit.
It slapped at you. It didn't actually grab you.
Okay. And
No, it's just a straight
Is-
dog that keeps following you.
is
It
the
dies. It's the
Iron
new
Breaker
one.
within
The
striking distance? Like
No.
he's grappled.
Completely
He's
decouped,
not
new
grappled.
personality,
He's
everything.
tied up
Nice.
and entangled with it as it's trying to grab onto his
None of us
shirt.
have figured it out.
So I will move to him and attack the
That his tentacle.
from behind him.
Oh.
Same. I have,
Okay, you're
I've
gonna
got
keep
reach.
him between you,
Yeah.
between the tentacle and him. Okay.
Yep, and give it a shot. And try to
thought that was
attack
my
it.
Tea.
Hey, I had
Some hot
tea too.
And I
Maybe we should
let's see.
recruit
Yeah,
this
bunny in
octopus.
It's
No,
a
I
12
don't-
armor,
I don't
right?
have
And
the
40.
bag.
Recruit the octopus.
Alright, you're right.
Okay.
I will be trying to rip it apart from the inside.
Mine's a hot tea for my coffee. Under control.
I will be trying to rip it
Okay,
apart
there
from
we
the
go.
inside.
Now we're
Good.
You don't
That
carry
is a
dagger.
19 CP.
No, it does. It will after this.
Yeah.
I don't think C doesn't hit it.
He's not an experienced fighter.
Okay, 19 points is what
All of
you
us
do.
learned when we were young, when we first started playing, we're like, I'm a fighter, I have my sword. Your sword goes away, what do you have?
My dick.
Yeah.
In my
George.
hand.
Next time.
Your turn.
Next fighter you make.
So Andy moves up, takes cover behind you,
I have my
and
hands
strikes
on
at
the
the tentacle in front
Right
of
over
you.
top of you.
I'm going
It will
to
probably be
attack
next to
creature.
nothing, because usually insides of creatures specifically state you must have a small slashing or piercing weapon.
My hands are holy.
I'm thinking about giving you a dagger.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
It's still 40.
Your hands are
Yes.
pinned.
It's got a lot of teeth I can pull out.
And then I'm going to parry 20.
Okay.
It's
feasible.
Up, and then it
That-
probably
there-
breaks,
there's-
so.
A
There's the
33.
doubles.
Okay.
Here we go.
What's the strength?
Doubles, man.
It's every other roll.
Again, it's supposed to be 10% of the time.
It has happened to me many times.
In other games, yes. In this game, well, okay, yeah, with the arrows it doesn't matter, right?
65 to 75 wood.
Okay, so 75.
Oh,
Now,
you just-
technically, if you roll the breakage, then the arrow could return to you, but it's broken
broken. Yeah, nice.
because arrows automatically break.
You're just like,
What's that? I'm gonna read the description of what you put on this thing again.
Okay, it's fine.
All it states is,
The arrow just returns. I don't think
it
I.
says it regenerates in the quiver.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
So technically, my arrows are all there in the targets. I just regenerate a new arrow in my quiver.
Except for the ones that you broke because you rolled doubles.
What I mean is my
By wording though, it regenerates.
Some of them regenerate in the quiver. The ones that don't regenerate are suffer whatever fate the arrow had.
right.
Okay.
And
So even
some
if you-
and some of those break because you've rolled doubles. In theory.
So sometime an important
Absolutely.
part.
Okay,
All
now
I'm trying to say is, if it's possible, a broken arrow would then be still broken when it comes back.
if you fire an arrow and it's a double, regardless of where it goes, if it returns to your quiver, it comes back whole.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, the arrow suffers whatever fate it would have naturally suffered.
I've never retrieved an arrow yet.
Since
I've got this bow at least.
arguably certainly a creature like this, you shoot it with the arrow is going to be effectively smashed,
Right.
crushed, etc.
All I can picture is a chaos beast.
Can I retrieve my bullets?
No.
They come back to my bullet
Matt.
pouch.
All right. I contemplate my plan of making sure I can arm him with a dagger, and
Throw a dagger at him?
don't do that yet. I will instead.
Yes, it falls in the mud.
No, my
God
plan is not to hit
forever.
you. I've got this big gaping maw to throw it into, and you just gotta find it when you get in.
That sounds easy.
Infuse the creature with blood magic, of course.
I'm not throwing.
That's my
that
job.
dagger. That dagger will not be thrown.
That's my job.
All right. Yeah, just shoot it.
You're still gonna
I
do
still
like
hit.
20 points of
Bam.
damage.
58 minus 40 is a 118. I did 12. That damn armor type 12 is just nasty.
It is.
Especially on fucking triple crit reduction.
Yeah.
Okay, Will.
I really want to skin this thing and make armor so bad. You gotta kill it.
there's two things I can do. And those two things I will do.
Seems slimy.
I'm gonna try to break free.
First, you need to make a stun maneuver check.
Did
Thought
you say
about
I was,
throwing half of
I
them
was
in the
muted
cage.
son for the
I
round?
don't think the squid's big enough.
Yeah, last round. Well,
It's messed up.
yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you acted. It struck you. You made your iron jaw roll. So yeah, you're fine.
Right.
This round, you're good.
Make a tentacle
I
stop.
have a negative 9
For
on my escape roll.
If it dies,
okay,
Dude, we could have
it's possible. It's Rolemaster. You can roll a 20. I can roll 1.
Nope. I rolled a 20.
Okay, it beat you.
What? No way.
Try again.
Okay,
What else can I do?
Tickle it.
Bite it.
tickle it.
Please, Mr. Squid, let me go.
Why can't you?
I promise. The times I hit
can.
you weren't. They
I
were
don't think I
jokes.
have enough damage.
the whole time, all of us really can think about is we need some hot butter,
94.
94.
So,
Yes, sir.
94 minus. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. I haven't. I thought your total was
85.
94.
My
85.
total is 85.
Okay, no, it does not matter. Because it's not going to let you go at that level.
Shiver me timbers.
Well,
So, that is Will
2 points.
For
Ben.
an eye.
You're gonna
That's
go
again.
down. Just accept it. Don't get upset about it. You're not.
Ooh, ooh.
Did you get it?
Did you finally cast something?
Yeah.
I think so, but it's a double.
Oh, you're gonna kill yourself.
Hit stab with that spell.
We just see this guy dancing in the back, and then
Do
just
you?
boom.
Okay, so basic question: do you have the talent that lets you ignore
Yes.
criticals
He
for?
does have that.
Yes,
Okay,
I do.
good.
Which is getting at first level.
Okay, so you cast.
He's a witch.
No.
No.
No, I'm an herbalist.
No,
I'm an herbalist.
he's a vegan dancer.
This is the first time he's
That's
ever
what I
fired a
took.
firework.
That's what I took.
I've been wanting to play a witch for a while, and the whole time we had a wizard in the group, and I'm like,
Oh, Anna.
Make your attack.
This is my first time actually hitting something like
Okay,
a
so
spell.
you should in the attack table. You have one called Shock Bolt.
I don't have. There is no dart spell.
Shock Bolt.
The witch talent's so amazing.
In the attack tables, there's one called Bolt Shock.
Yeah, you learn any spell.
That's bolt spell.
That's what a dart is.
Yeah.
There's
Go to dark
bolt,
shop.
you use a different table.
You gotta hide who you really are.
Most people don't have it. Only
From
wizards
my
have
3
the
weeks
talent
of
to see
playing
it.
as a wizard.
Where is
I-
it?
I mean,
That's
if
the
you're
only
licensed
spell you can
wizard,
generally do first.
You're trained in the arcane arts. They see wizard.
You need to go to your files.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be in here though.
It's in the weapon table.
Yeah, this is the weapon tables.
Yeah, it's loading. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't expect I would actually hit
Who's
something.
I didn't
expecting
expect
to
you to actually
dancing
cast
time.
anything either.
Yeah.
I figured 10 rounds in, you guys
ruined
kill the
yeah,
Boctopus.
Abel's
And,
character.
kidding me?
The
I
fact
know.
This character was just doing nothing but dancing the whole time. That's great.
Kill the Boctopus
He's
and then
dancing
throw
and-
fireworks.
Oh, I so want to create fireworks.
What's the email address?
what's the what?
I need to sign back into Adobe.
It's not, we're not using the attack tables, Ben. It's just the base damage and stuff. How we
Yes.
do it.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we're just correct. We got rid of the Shock Bolt tables because of the mechanics. So all you're doing is just rolling your attack spell.
Well, that's what he got right there. That's his roll for the damage and to cast it.
Okay.
It's-
So what
it's
did you
all
get on your
involved.
total? I forgot we had
106.
changed that mechanic. So
106.
106 is base, which I believe is 2 points of damage.
Let me look.
Wizards are so
I believe it's 2 base wounds, which would be 10 points of damage.
How
good.
would
The
that,
vegan is popping off.
No, there's a bonus in there with the stat.
Okay.
Dart. This is a magic missile with a damage +0.
Plus then his willpower bonus.
Willpower bonus.
Okay. Negated
4.
by its toughness bonus.
Yes.
4.
To a
4.
minimum of 1.
Right. So it takes 5 points of damage.
Okay. Yay! I did something.
We're not
Right.
done.
The vegan is
Yeah, we got rid of the tables because the spells aren't scaled properly. When you start doing fireballs and things like that, especially area of
Hey,
effects.
I need to.
I remember all that discussion,
Blood
but-
bombs into the crowd.
for some reason, I thought you guys were only doing that with the area of effects.
We
were originally doing that, and then then
It started getting
then I
really
started
messy.
Doing the bolt and hitting multiple targets with the bolt, which equivalated to
I
another.
remember that discussion because I
So-
said
It,
that, I was
it,
like,
it,
wow.
right, so effectively we just scaled that back. So okay, we're just using Warhammer mechanics converted times 5 as
Because
far as
you
it.
could do similar with the dart and stuff like that.
I just
No.
want to say if you remove the idea of multiple targets and all that crap, I feel like
As far as that option,
I feel like they need the ability to be able to roll on that table. Otherwise, it literally is pointless.
Like an alignment.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
he's gonna do raw damage, but to a big creature, it is almost pointless to cast that spell.
which is pure hit points.
Right, but
Well, admittedly, a dart, a shock bolt table, you're not going to do any damage to it anyway.
you're right. Well, at 12, what are you gonna get? A C, maybe a C highest.
You're not going to hurt it.
Yeah,
You're only
right.
going to do hit points.
Okay,
So,
I get it.
okay, so the creature goes.
And now it's without
Um,
channeling.
So you're currently wrapped up in 3 of its tentacles.
I would have backed up a little bit, by the way, after I shot.
3 tentacles on you.
He does.
That's what it's on every other.
One holding his right arm, one holding his left arm, and one wrapped all around him.
Watch, it's gonna pull out hammer and nails next.
No, it just squeezes.
His 5th arm's gonna pull up across. Then you're in trouble.
Squeeze
Or a
with all
Wookiee.
tentacles.
I'm sorry?
Mom had,
Squeeze
That
with
would
all 3
be-
tentacles.
Yes.
Mom had a baby and its head popped off.
God. So old.
I was gonna say they probably don't even know what that reference is, do you?
I didn't worry.
I've heard it before, but
You
I've
used,
heard
you used to
him
pick
say-
up
Does that count as
dandelions and do that.
three separate
Pop
attacks?
in that
No, it
top
counts as a
dandelion
single attack.
flying over.
Okay.
It's not
I
a
have no
DB.
idea
It's just
why.
basically
I
its
really don't
strength
know what
plus a
reference
dice minus your toughness
I don't.
bonus. Same sort of mechanic as the
Some
spell.
Stupid old rhymey time
Okay.
thing like Ring Around the
So-
Roses.
Yeah.
What is your toughness bonus?
World War I encouragement chance.
5.
Okay,
Ring
5.
Around the Roses for
You
Bonic
take
Radio.
50 hit points.
So it's pocket full of posies.
There goes
And then
my.
ashes is when they burn
All
cities
my
down
HP.
full of
We
plague
all
people.
fall down.
You went to 0?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had 50 HP left.
Oh, that was convenient then. Okay, so it squeezes him. He goes limp in its arms.
His eyes are coming out. It's okay. I'll cast a spell.
Over on you, you now have 2 tentacles since one of them got attracted to you for some reason.
Okay.
So now there's 2 of them trying to strike at you. What's your DB?
So the first one, then I'm going to do 75, and the second one I'm going to do 70 with my parry.
Okay, 75. Yep, I did. I definitely did.
You guys going first, and I'll come in like 10 rounds later and just see what's left.
It's all because the elf
20.
failed at finding bugs.
It's my
Okay.
fault, William. There's no hope here yet.
Tentacle wraps around you for an E grapple and 4 points. Cause you, yes, because he has a tin can on him.
You need to get you armor spikes. Just run out there. Wah!
Touch me, I dare you.
That grapple
Warren's on Minecraft.
does 5 extra hit points to you.
I'm gonna go on 90.
What's your defense versus the second one?
70.
70.
You just gotta hit them harder.
Each one of them gets 2.
No, your tentacle gravitated and attacking me also.
That one does
So I
a
got
1,
attacked by
a
both.
1A.
But each tentacle gets 2 attacks then?
No.
No, he rolled open-ended on the other one.
Gotcha.
That's why you kept rolling.
I was trying to figure out if there was just 2 attacks per. Okay.
No.
66.
That one gets in close, grabs your hair.
What hair?
You attempt to step back out of its reach, forcing you to must parry for a round.
Okay.
Your beard's coming off.
Yes. It grabs your beard. The glue starts coming unfastened.
No.
No, don't reveal I'm an elf.
3 halflings in armor.
You're gonna know I'm a liberal, not a dwarf.
He's actually just an elf very fond of food.
That would be hilarious. Kicked out of the.
Okay, so that takes us down to Thad, who is running. You can hear the sounds of the dog getting further and further away. If that matters to you.
Nope.
Andy.
That's really what I'm listening for.
Yeah.
I am listening,
So
trying to keep an ear out for the just in case.
I know there's aim for ballistic weapons. Is there anything like a focus?
Not really, no.
Okay, just making sure before I go hacking away at the one that's wrapped around him.
Nope.
You are grabbed.
No. I mean, I have a slight negative just for one more round, but
Slight by
I'm not-
minus 50.
not that bad.
That's a slight.
I can
Not nearly
only
even-
hope.
even with the plus 50 or not.
Not a 19 CP, a 19 DP.
19D on the tentacle.
I'm
That's all
hoping.
you needed. I think.
What are you attacking with?
Okay,
The ogre hook. The boat hook.
go for it.
Oh, you get critical.
You
All
get a
right.
critical.
A 43.
A 43. Your strike was more of a last-minute parry to avoid the beast's strike. You 6 extra hits.
Not bad.
And it dies.
Keep in mind.
However, the combined strike,
Because it's improvised. The bow hook? It's
What? I'm so sorry.
the combined strike of that plus what you were doing with it, causes the tentacle to withdraw. It's not out of action,
Okay.
but it's currently pulling back, so it won't strike next round. Okay.
Okay.
Was that the one with the minus 50?
the bow hook.
Um, Odd.
That was the one I was attacking.
yes.
We just
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. George, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll attack the other one that's.
Well, you have to make a stun maneuver first. Oh no, you only have one. You're right. You could still make it if you want to.
I could, but I
You
mean,
might fail it and
Yeah.
have more rounds.
yeah.
That was the. You guys missed those days.
So yes, the minus 50 is gone. You're not currently grappled, other than that one sort of pawing at your beard.
I'm glad your dog's with
So-
you.
40 still.
Yeah.
I won't hear you scream, but that dog yelps. I'll hear that.
3.
Ah, a fumble.
Fumble.
This guy's
And-
locked in, guys. He's locked in.
Doing great, guys.
I do so much better when there's 18 arms on me.
He's locked in.
Weapon fumbles. Give me a roll.
Okay.
Okay.
One-handed or two-handed?
That's a one-handed.
Okay.
The other axe is on the ground, right?
Yeah, the other axe is over there. Oh, 97.
Oh, lucky you.
Low or open-ended high.
What did he roll?
97.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You can actually maim yourself. So
You absolutely can. The excitement is just far too much for the Ironbreaker. You momentarily frenzy, leaving you stunned with no parry for 3 rounds that you're not going to be able to fight it through.
Okay.
So the next 3 rounds, you're stunned with no parry.
He doesn't get to roll to try and
No. Not on fumbles.
Yeah, fumbles or you are stuck.
You are stunned.
You suffer whatever the effect is. The fun one he can get is he can rip his ear off.
Yes.
Ah.
What? Damn it!
Can't make another one!
Yeah, you can. I have faith.
I rolled 320 to get it.
I don't have that much faith.
I am right-handed, and it is.
Okay.
Start, roll 320.
Start of round 8. Matt, to give you a summary again. We have William out in the swamp has gone limp in the grip of the tentacles. It's currently being lifted up out of the water at this point. Meanwhile, one of the tentacles is withdrawing, while a couple others are sort of gravitating towards the dwarf, who's currently standing there, apparently winded, dazed, whatever, just sort of staring absently at the tentacle wrapping around his beard. He's very surprised by going for his beard.
He shouldn't be able to tell because of the amount of armor he has.
He's just reminiscent of his girlfriend. That's
Yes.
We gotta work on some
Meanwhile,
cardio, buddy.
for some reason, Andy is grabbing the tentacles with hooks, trying to pull it towards him.
It's like fishing.
Come with me.
That's right.
He pulls the squid out of the water.
What would you like to do?
Try to be a bog octopus.
I
without
yell
a
it.
bog.
Hey, Hook Boy! Go get the beast man out of those tentacles! And,
Do you have combat speaking?
no.
Okay, then you hear some grunting from the forest.
This is not the time for that.
It sounds vaguely.
The trees aren't talking!
It sounds vaguely.
Go into work!
Sounds vaguely elvish.
Now I actively run into a bog only to get away from the voice.
I don't think I have any that I can get into that either.
You hear like a bird whistle.
I'm the only one with battle tongue in this group.
I can talk to you in classical.
Bless! I am rolling for crap.
You still did it.
16 more points.
Not as bad as me currently.
I have not rolled over, except for my first roll.
You had to have done like
You've
200
done more
points of
damage than I
in this
have.
fucking
He's done a fair bit. Yeah, it's got more than a few arrows in it.
Hey, I've done a total of 3 damage this entire campaign.
I got that one back.
Okay.
I've not done
You
anything
got that one
either.
back.
Once. Not once.
Okay, Ben.
I've been here longer than you.
Try it again.
All the spells.
Yeah, that's
All the
character, yeah.
spells. I mean.
Oh!
this is-
Oh, wait.
77. That is in total.
That was good.
I guess he's
Math
Does
is
magic
hard.
not have DB?
One.
Yeah.
One.
No, not in this mechanic.
No.
Has toughness bonus.
Uh,
Math tough.
one-
77
yeah,
plus 40.
117. I'm sorry, my brain is exhausted.
85.
So 117. So he
Yes,
takes
one-
5 more points.
Okay.
It's technically his willpower bonus plus 1.
Yes.
And
Minus.
because you rolled a double, Ben, there's a couple choices you can do on your spell, since it's technically a critically casting.
Okay.
I don't know if you looked at that at all yet.
I glanced at it. I didn't know that worked for petty magic spells.
It works for all spells.
Okay, what page is that on?
Let me just pull it up real quick. And then I'll... Critical casting, you can cause a critical wound. You can cast it without not mattering its CN. Or you can cast it so it can't be dispelled.
Ooh, would a critical wound allow him to roll in the chart? Under
No.
magic?
No.
Okay.
Because he can't do that much.
It's a magical squid.
I would equate that, given the mechanics that we're using, a critical wound would... I want to say double the damage, but that seems excessive.
And that'll get it. That'll get it. That'll get it.
At this level,
Yeah.
not so
Yeah.
much.
So I would probably go with plus 2 damage
Okay.
as an option.
Or
I mean, the other two are basically an anti-defense, anti-casting defense type
so
thing.
I'll just go with the bonus damage.
I'm fine with that. So what's your willpower bonus?
4.2, so 4.
4 plus the extra
says-
1 plus the critical is 3 makes it a 7. So it takes 5 points. Okay. because it's a big creature that has a very high toughness bonus.
Calculations now.
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, it has a really big toughness bonus because it's a giant creature.
Yeah.
So.
and usually you would also count armor points.
Right.
And
against
creatures
that too.
usually have armor points in addition.
Right.
To toughness.
Especially
So
someone
when
with
I
12.
get success
Yeah.
levels like 10 above the CM,
Adds an extra point of damage.
That adds it. Okay.
Yeah, you roll 100 plus another good number, you can do a good amount of damage with
Hell
it.
yes.
With the dart.
Right. And we can talk about adjusting that critical effect of +2 because that might be too weak. Regardless, for this creature, that roll you're only going to get 1 point.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly where we want to put that parameter because you don't really get a critical as such, unless we can figure out a way to use the other tables and charts.
It does tell you have to roll open-ended to do more than a...
You do. You're definitely going to need to roll high. So that was Ben, who continues to throw firecrackers at the creature. And then William is down, but not bleeding. So that goes to the creature.
I have something I want to say and I can't because I don't have
Correct.
Well, you
So-
can take. He can say it if he doesn't take an action.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, if he takes his action for it.
Was that one of my rounds then?
I always thought that was you can't talk while you're drawing an arrow and shooting.
What do you mean? Was that one of
It
your...
makes sense.
wasn't
There
your
has to
turn?
be a drawback for not having battle tongue.
Right.
In this game, it's very
Oh
specific.
yeah, I get that like mechanically.
And I am
like,
concentrating, trying to get...
Right. If you're trying to communicate in 6 seconds, you're not actively shooting at something. And effectively. I mean, it may be a stretch depending on what we're talking about, but it's a workable
It
mechanic.
is very difficult to maneuver, engage an enemy, and communicate at the same time.
You can yell a lot.
Same reason they say it's distracting to talk on your cell phone while you drive.
No, I don't. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
You would think you have enough mental
Right.
bandwidth to do that, but
No, I'm kidding. I
He
can't
does-
do
he
it.
has-
amount of training.
No, he
I
absolutely
can't do
does
it.
not. You know.
Well, these days, the younger generations don't because that's what they grew up on.
I cannot look at my phone while driving because I completely
So-
start to just.
Okay, there is a surge in the water, and the creature starts moving away from the group,
I figured as much.
dragging William with him.
I can
It looks like it's trying to get to deeper water where it can submerge some. You don't know how long you have, but it's now about 40 or 50 feet out.
So Gargantuan is what? 5 times our size? 10 times our size?
No.
technically it's only like
It's
2
3 by 3 by 3, so 3, 6, 27 cubic feet.
If it was a cube,
No, that's 15
like
by 15 by 15, sorry.
right? If it
It's
was,
a giant cube.
For playing Legion, it would
it's
be
it's a cubipus.
Yes. Wait.
I mean,
Okay.
It's a bog of cubipus.
size wise, just trying to.
We're 25 cubic feet. It is in the 2000s range or something like that.
Right.
More
From its anatomy, it obviously doesn't have much of a physical form. Thus, it's able to operate in the shallow
It has
water.
375.
But if it can get to deep water, it's going to have a lot more mobility and will disappear into the swamp.
Use all my strength.
Okay?
you're like the equivalent of fighting an elephant. Okay.
Okay.
I saw a movie once.
There's a pretty horizon out there.
It is. Or,
For 3
Can I
more
say a
rounds.
single word and still get my
I thought your
full
artwork
action?
of the character. Okay.
Okay, I'm fine with a single word.
It's not my turn.
Okay. I shall reserve my single word.
I would love to say it. I can do it right now. Out my
Follow
turn.
up question. Can I save my single words for multiple rounds?
No, can I say it out of turn?
I'm fine. I don't care.
All I do is yell, grenade!
To the stunned
The
dwarf.
holy
Got
grenade?
it.
I debated it, but it's
Thad.
like water.
Yeah. Continues to run.
Woke up.
He's
From-
still only 13
From
feet
somewhere
away.
from somewhere away, you hear somebody call out grenade. Andy.
Do I know anything about grenades? I don't think I do.
I damn
What's
sure
a
don't.
You never showed us a grenade.
He
so.
just told me
He
he had them.
he
when we were
commented-
breaking into
yeah,
the house,
you're
so I
aware he
forgot all
had
about
them.
him until right now.
I debated it since the beginning of the combat, but it's in water.
And Dad's right there.
Yes.
They're not wrapped around him. Yeah, they are wrapped around him.
No, I'm just stunned.
No, you're just stunned.
I stunned myself.
He stepped on his beard.
Yeah.
He's currently trying to put his beard back on.
Well, I will move up to the closest tentacle and attempt to attack, slash, and hope to get a grapple.
I feel like
attack.
a hook is something you would eat these tentacles with.
Well, there's a grapple effect.
You're gonna
to
try
it.
to grapple the tentacle?
I mean, it's just one of the criticals if you get high enough.
Oh, the tables have turned.
It's got it's a
No,
giant
you're
hook.
at the
I mean,
table.
There's so many tentacles. Oh, you're trying to hold on to the bead.
Yeah. See? That's an
Great.
I mean, if I get the grapple,
It's like, oh, you got me.
I don't get to choose grapple. I just roll and hopefully
That's
get a
pretty good.
grapple because they seem to be pretty effective.
He's like, oh, you made my job easier.
Right.
All right. So do I need to move up to get to one, or is there still one here?
You move up slightly? Yeah, there's still.
It's like those olives that have the little swords through them.
Yes, yes.
We're in a giant martini glass.
Is it still a 40?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it still a 40?
Has it taken hit point penalties?
It's not hit point. It's not agility based. This
It's
is
been
pure.
way too long since you played Rolemaster.
Yeah, this is
Play
pure
again.
toughness of the creature. It's tough hide.
11 AP.
11
Giants.
A.
When you fight a
Okay.
giant,
11
there is no such thing as lowering its
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we haven't fought one of these since I was in high
Yeah.
school.
It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
So-
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, this is purely toughness of hide more than anything. You guys are hitting it left and right. A lot of times it's not doing a thing to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you scratch at it. You do a little bit of damage, but nothing significant. George, you're stunned.
Yep.
So back to Matt.
So he does not reach for a grenade.
He's standing there. He's sort of slack-jawed while
Is this his
Andy
first
steps
round or
around
second
him.
round of idiocy?
That was his first round.
That's my first round. I got 2 more rounds of the such thing.
Yeah.
It's only 9 seconds, but it's feeling like forever.
I'm moving to where I have a good running start on the berm.
No, it's 18.
Okay.
It's a dwarf between me and the berm.
With the
Yeah,
dwarf
probably.
between you and him?
That's
So
how
I'm going to be running past the dwarf,
Yes.
Okay.
but I want to be within arm's reach.
I have it.
That's all I'm moving to. Is position myself to where there's a dwarf,
Okay.
the monsters out there, and I want to be able to run and leap. as
Okay.
I go past them. So
You can leap on me.
I'm not yet. I'm shooting the
You're
creature
using
again because you don't have a
That's-
grenade yet. I'm not saying anything, but I need
Okay.
extra height to be able to get as far as I
Okay.
He rides the wave on the shield. Like, ooh, I'm Legolas.
can. I was already going to call it out, so now you ruined my whole plan. I literally was going to do that. Like, kip up!
I didn't know he had a shield.
That was my whole plan.
Who? The dwarf doesn't have a shield.
Yes, he
No,
does.
he needs
I
to go
have a
down.
shield.
I thought you had
Shield
two
master.
weapons.
No, I
Oh.
wield a shield and an axe.
He's another one of him.
Okay.
I thought you, like, I didn't realize you had a shield.
I
have a target.
I figured he was
have a
aiming for you to drop the grenade at his feet and the explosion throws him forward.
You need to go
If you
down.
pull this off,
I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah, he just
because I
maneuvering.
can't. But I'm going to shoot the creature again. 83, there we go. So 21 E-puncture.
Ouch.
nice. Roll 100. Roll 100. So
I did it with these dice once. 95. Damn!
That's close.
Damn,
That's
still
close. 95. Well, that's the fumble table. That would have been bad.
you did a 95 to the crit, and you put yourself.
You
in the
fumble and gut yourself.
You lose that ear.
You shoot the person in the back. when you currently-
95.
Or the dwarf.
Blow is paced solidly against the foe's side. The thick hide protects it mostly, but it takes 20 extra hits.
Wow.
That was a good hit.
That was a good hit.
That was the myth roll, right?
Yeah. Double check.
Do everything I can to make myself look more appetizing.
I don't know if magical or mythical are higher.
Mithril higher.
Okay.
Correct that. You get 12 hits instead. So you lost 8.
That sucks.
But you have
Oh,
plus 20 on your next round.
forget about my plus 10 from that other round.
Okay. You get plus 20 for next round if you remember it.
Okay.
And the creature is heavily bleeding at this point.
Hell yeah.
And I... 10 points. I'm sorry, it would have been my 118.
Okay.
120. I just want to see if I would have gotten up. I still wouldn't have mattered. I got a couple extra hits, no critical on that one anyway.
Okay, so
It already is.
Ben.
Oh, it's already
That's
ready.
why I'm moving out of the trees and trying to position myself.
Yeah, it's moving quickly, trying to get away at this point.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Sorry, Dad.
Attempt the dart again.
Okay.
Think about it. Your
I
sword's in the
cannot
bottom
cast
because
any
you
of my
dropped
other
it.
spells. I don't have
That's
enough
true.
spell cast.
We can find it.
Yeah.
That's another
You saved your only
75.
sword.
So another point.
The axe doesn't do anything outside of my own hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't
basically
want
the
to
exact
try.
same thing as last time.
Okay.
Or- and,
You
you,
roll a
and
22.
you chose this option in the sword.
Another 5.
Okay. The creature surges further. It's approximately 80 feet or so out at this point.
Okay.
From the looks of it, it's starting to submerge some. You estimate you probably got another round before it's out of view.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not slowing it down at all with my amazing hook
shot.
skills.
No, the tentacles are no longer near you at this point. They withdraw into the swamp and seem to be sort of grabbing onto the swamp to pull it along. So it's not attacking anybody at this point, for what that's worth. Thad is running.
There's no black powder.
Andy.
Look all the way down.
I realize I can't get it.
Nope.
So
That's interesting.
I
no black powders.
Yeah, the
I
closest tentacle is maybe 50, 60 feet away at this point.
I take off my shirt and try to make myself look very appetizing. See if I can lure it back. Is there a lure? Like,
No, there's no lure skill.
Go get some barbecue sauce. I don't know.
Okay, you put your eyeshadow back on.
Yes. Yep. All right.
Pistol.
Okay, that's the best idea you got, George. You gonna chase it?
I'm currently stunned.
Oh, okay, you stand there. So we're back around to the elf.
If I was not stunned, I probably would
Can't
jump
you
in
roll?
there.
Don't
No,
charge you
not on the
roll?
fumble.
Not
So-
in this fumble.
Fumbles, you're screwed.
So he had a question. My problem is that everything I want to do with him involves more than just a simple single word.
You can take your full action and
But-
communicate, but you got the one round before it's out of view.
Beyond now, or this is it.
This is it.
But he's stunned. So
I need to roll another double.
he asked me a question. I told him it wouldn't matter anyway at this point because I would have to roll a phenomenal freaking roll to get. I mean, even with his aid, first I'd have to be able to communicate to him. I'd have to roll.
You're not
something
jumping
insane.
80 feet,
Right.
if that's what your intent is.
Well, I want to jump high enough to where I can get a vantage point to get his grenade into its maul.
Can I fling him?
That's all I cared about was being able to leap out and up to where I can try to fling the grenade into its maul. But I mean, we're talking roll after roll of success.
Yeah, that
To give me one of these.
it's a long shot.
Then it takes like a round or two to like prepare the grenade before
That's
throwing.
what I was worried about.
Yeah,
I
it's,
didn't.
He's in the air.
it's sadly not a pin. You have to actually light it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Then I just shoot it.
okay,
It's clinical casting, whatever.
don't forget your plus 20.
Plus 20.
Okay.
Wow, I fumbled.
You fumbled.
If I
Roll
keep
that
my
shit.
die from over there, I'm. What's a reroll? Is that a permanent thing?
No, it's unfortunate. It recharges when we have a restful night
Okay,
of
I'll
sleep.
use my reroll then.
Okay.
No. I've still got like 12 or 13 of those things.
Attempt to do something.
There we go. 82, so I
but
top
I
the chart
need to
again.
roll a double.
Okay.
So 21E.
21E.
You didn't want to join me on the fumble
Why
bench.
was the last time
No, it wasn't. An 82 wasn't.
He stands there
He wasn't.
stunned for 3 rounds.
This
Both of you watch William disappear.
This one. was
All you hear is fate screaming from the other direction.
94.
94.
Nice.
Why can't I get a 96? Damn it.
Now he's bleeding again.
I hope so.
Yeah, bleed out.
You didn't gut yourself again. 94. Yeah. You get another plus 20 next round. 12 more hits, and another major wound to him.
All right. Well, then all I do is move into the, as far as I can, into the swamp.
Okay, so I'll.
I'll leap to get better distance,
That's your
The
dog.
Bogtobus growls at you.
and I
as you-
drop my bow.
You leave your bow behind?
I'm not bringing my bow into the swamp.
Why
I
not?
look at the
Get dirty?
of all people that I don't really trust. He seems to be the most honorable out of the group. But I say, protect my bow as I drop it.
He's stunned. I'm the only one.
I know.
Who?
Into the muck, and you're like,
While he's standing there gluing his beard back on.
I have spare strings and stuff like that, but I don't know.
I'll have 2 bows by the end of this.
Okay. Ben.
I still have another one.
Okay,
I can't use any of them. No, I
I'm
handed
going
the
to
one
attempt
carrying
to
it.
do something that witches
Forgot
specifically
too much
get.
weight
I'm going
to
to
be
use the
carried.
resilience to be able to cast. Where is it?
teleport friend.
No.
Teleport grenade.
Teleport.
That'd be awesome.
It's just a gravity gun.
You still have to be able to cast it then.
Yes, that's why I'm.
What are you trying to
roll a
do?
Double.
Okay.
It's just.
You can try to roll a double.
Flings it out.
It's from the War Heavens area. It's Tessel's Arc. It's basically a lightning bolt.
Okay.
I need to roll doubles.
So you spend a resilience so that you can cast it?
I'm
Well, no,
pretty
he
sure.
spends resilience with the witch talent to automatically
Yeah.
burn the spell.
Yes, that. I
Temporarily
can,
or
No,
permanently?
No, permanently.
You
He
burns
just spontaneously learns the spell?
with
Yeah.
the witch talent, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's the one you choose. Straight need.
Inspiration
I did not know.
strikes. Lightning bolts.
No.
If I put lightning in a row.
I don't really know that many.
Well, after casting Dart like for a full minute,
You're good.
you realize, wait a minute, maybe if I do
There are so many
this,
more useful spells.
it'll hurt.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Okay. Lightning bolt. Let's see if you can cast it.
I need to roll doubles.
Sure.
Or really high open-ended.
Yeah.
Or both.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
you explode.
I'm not gonna
roll.
take the
Critical?
critical fail. I don't want to do that.
So you're re-rolling?
Yes.
Okay.
I have that right now. I have 14.
That's another 30.
Okay, well, that's bad.
Technically, you could spend a knitter resilience to choose your number.
Tactically
and choose a double.
explode
That's
like
a
I did
resolve.
against the Hell Knight.
No resilience.
Okay, that's the
that's
permanent one.
Yeah.
You could spend another resilience to pick your number. There's a dark deal available.
I promise you, tactical implosion always works.
I'm going to use one more fortune.
You can't use another fortune.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Okay.
You only get one option on that.
Why?
Because you do. You
You
get
always use more than
Yeah,
one
you
fortune.
let us use as many as we want.
Yeah.
Dark Deals was one.
Yeah, Dark Deal was
Oh,
one.
okay. I'm open for it if we've done it
That's why
previously.
you were
It's
like,
like-
go ahead,
Yeah,
guys, burn.
burn your fortune. I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah, I have to mark that I used.
Yeah. That's why I went for
If you have some.
a year with none.
It's not a doubles, so I don't
Oh,
have enough.
What's the total and what's the casting number? Because you can still fumble.
CN 7? Wait. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's a big spell.
And what'd you get?
8
8 ep?
80.
80. So you failed by 9, which is still a critical fumble.
Okay.
So do you want to spend a resilience to pick your number? Would you like to take a dark deal?
Pick your number and do 99.
Or 100?
Well, you want
It's
a double.
It's
Double zeros?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
So if you roll 100,
I didn't know that.
It's a double?
I did mine on my critical. Okay, I
Yeah.
was like, oh no, I did mine on my hit. It doesn't matter, it's bow.
Well, besides with double zeros is
up to
very
you,
rare
but
for
that means
breakage.
you're gonna be learning
That's a
one
very
less
high
spell
number.
From any,
Yeah, I know.
anything.
I mean, you could do 99 also, but you might as well do 100.
Right.
What? Run me through the dark deal mechanics again.
You get another reroll and you get a point of corruption.
That's it.
That's
As
That-
long as
that's
you're
it.
not beyond your,
You're a witch. Is
What's the
no,
corruption? limit
Vegan's
thing?
already corrupted.
I don't know. If you don't have any, you got like 5 or 6 points at least to go.
Willpower
Okay.
bonus plus toughness bonus, I believe it was.
Yeah, so you're
Oh wow, that's like 80. So 8. Okay. Wait, no, that stays 2 once. I'm going to attempt the dark deal.
Dark. Well, no attempt needed. You just take it. The voices whisper to you as the words of magic come through. They tell you this is how you cast it.
No.
Maybe.
99.
Very close. I don't think that's a miscast now.
Sure.
Well, I don't know. You still.
Unless you got over 110.
I did.
Okay. Well, hey, over 110 is still not a fumble. So it didn't work
No,
still.
it didn't work.
So your last option is either another fortune point if you want, if you still have them, or
I
you
have
can
one.
or you can burn a resilience and pick your number.
No, I want to
Which is what you
save.
should
I
have
want
done,
to
you.
save the resilience because each one of
no,
those
from
I can
start.
get a new spell.
Sure.
Make sure you write that spell down.
Yeah, write that spell so you don't forget it again.
Just remember, you have a couple levels till you're gonna actually be able to do it.
It's bleeding bad enough. I think we've got it.
Okay.
You may be drowned by then, but
Hey, I've been the most proactive person here. I didn't even show up for the fight.
I know.
Dune
Okay.
says that I can go through the floor.
With that, the creature surges forward again at about 100 feet or so, 100 paces. It disappears under the surface of the water. You're not there. You
Yeah.
can't see.
When it disappears underwater, I stop and break out my rope and grappling hook
Okay.
Say break out into tears.
and sit and wait to try to hook his body. I'm hoping it bleeds out right there,
Okay.
but within the reach of my rope and grappling hook. I get to where I'm because I can't swim. I get
You
as
can't
close up-
swim?
I get as far out as I can. Like
Okay. You go out maybe 20 feet, 30 feet. You're still. It's like I said, knee to ankle or knee to waist deep. Beyond that, it starts getting deeper.
like a drop off.
Not a drop off, but it's the ground itself is very soft.
So it's at you said 80 feet when
It disappears at 80 or 90 feet.
There's nothing I can do with
Okay.
even with the grappling
Now,
rope.
you get out the grappling hook and rope. You're working your way as far as you can before you feel it's too deep, and you're going to start drowning. You can see it looks like William floating out in the water.
It's just waterboarding.
Start throwing it at the grappling hook, see if I can hook him.
Okay.
Jab him straight through the neck.
I'm hoping I don't do that, but I can't swim. Can anybody? I yell back, anybody swim? As I'm trying to hook him.
The dwarf can.
Halfling doesn't respond.
Tie a rope to my bull.
It was the heavily armored plate mail dwarf.
He can swim.
Scuba diving.
Yeah, I proved I can dog
So nobody in the group can swim.
No.
I could swim.
Well, no.
But then I died trying to swim.
You were like, no, people can't play sailors because there's no rivers. Sailors are the only ones that get swim.
No, river
I
water.
can
So
swim,
fucking retarded
but not
that
enough
these
to be able
stupid
to
cleric
swim.
classes can't swim.
River warden can swim too.
There's actually
Well,
and
A
so
lot
can
of classes can
Yeah,
swim.
there's quite a few that can
It's,
swim.
it's better than the bounty hunter having a pistol.
My first
in her
character I
hand,
made
not
originally,
getting black
before I
powder
realized what the
skill.
dynamic of
You
the
can
group
give it
was,
to
I
me.
could swim, and I wasn't either.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Andy's
Yeah,
characters
the
never
bounty
can
hunter
swim.
Has her walking around with a pistol in her
He's
hand.
routinely drowning
She does not get
Specifically
black
had
powder
swim,
skill.
and didn't take it.
And I had 5.
Yeah. So, okay. So you throw the grappling hook out. After a while, okay, fairly quickly, you're able to hook him and at least bring him in. Seems to be alive, but out. Covered with a thick,
mucus layer.
yeah, some sort of thick mucus, crusty all over him. Sort of encasing him in a complete
robe.
cocoon.
I got raped. I got.
That's disgusting. I'm going to try to bring him back to the shore as best I can. I'm already disgusted, so
Okay.
I don't care about getting more slimy.
Okay.
Oh,
I assume you took the rope and grappling hook off of me because I had that stuff.
You had a second one. You should have had a second one.
Because you couldn't carry it. That was
At least someone got the joke.
20. I had my
Oh,
rope and
a
grappling
lot
hook
of
still
people
written down, and I haven't figured into my weight.
Weird.
No, I don't.
This is no longer Charles.
Yeah,
Perkins.
Yeah,
I
I do.
have my dad's sense of humor.
Okay.
Do you have my crowbar then too?
probably.
So I gave it. No, it should have been fine. I should
I
have
need
been fine. 'Cause I
look through
gave the
the
bow to
spells
him.
to see which ones.
You gave me
And
the
I
rope
ditched my
grappling
armor.
hook and then
I probably just did it because I
I,
wanted to
I,
give him
I don't know.
my weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have either way.
Yeah,
Sure. Okay, so you retrieve the cocoon, bring it back to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do from there?
I'll give the elf the bow back.
All right, thank you. I
Bow?
don't touch
Bow? What bow?
I don't touch it yet. I just leave it. I say, could you put it down next to me, please? And I'll start administering.
Might get wet.
Start checking doing heal check on him to make sure he's stable.
Give me a heal check.
Sorry, lost it in the bog.
And any sort of nature or creature knowledge, if anybody has anything like that.
I do.
You don't get one.
Do I arrive?
Not, shortly. Not quite yet.
I literally have lore beasts.
143.
143. Okay. He seems to be unconscious. Seems to have had most of the life squeezed out of him. Doesn't seem to be in any imminent danger. Whatever this gelatinous casing on him seems to be keeping him in some sort of a suspended animation coma type thing. Almost like the creature likes to eat live creatures at later points.
That's why I almost shot him.
Yeah, very very similar to like a spider venom, but from contact. Even just touching him, your hands have gone a little bit numb.
Wait, you
Clean
were
it.
gonna kill me?
Clean him up. Clean him up. He probably will recover in just a matter of time.
Better be killed by an elven arrow than eaten
Yes.
alive.
And then eat it.
That's the only reason why I didn't do it. There's that chance that he'd be eaten anyway. You know.
So
Minuscule.
You didn't want to lose
the
that arrow.
the slime or whatever has rapidly hardened. into a sort of a shell around
He
him.
looks comfortable. Does he feel like is his health decaying in any way that I can tell?
Not that you can tell at this point.
I'll break out the dagger.
Okay.
Start working the shell off of him.
Doesn't seem like it's going to break.
All right. I leave him alone then. I just like, hey, where's who wants to go get the halfling?
I could go look for him, but
No. Can you
I could
drag
be in the
him?
next country before you got me.
Can you drag him?
yeah. But shouldn't we break him out?
If he jumps on me, would that break?
I
the
can't.
shield?
I tried to cut it with a very fine and nice dagger, and it didn't cut. I'm not smashing it. He's in pretty bad shape.
He's really.
Here, use the rope. You can
That's
drag
what
him.
she said.
I don't know if he's gonna decay from the situation. Just keep heading down the trail, and I'll meet up with you guys. That halfling shouldn't be too hard to track.
Does anybody have any lore beasts or anything like that other than the one that's
I have
unconscious?
outdoor survival.
Okay, that won't really help you as far as this.
I'm not smashing it. It's in pretty bad shape.
Geology.
No,
It's hard as a rock.
it is.
That's what she said.
If I'm worried that, like a spider, he will get dissolved within the cocoon, which is what spiders do. They like
Well,
inject
it's
it,
the,
liquefy the innards and suck
right.
the
It's the
out.
venom that does that.
But you said this thing has a venom to it.
It's similar. It's similar to that. But instead of an injection, it's more of
Got a
contact.
hammer?
He's a dwarf.
No.
Give me my crowbar, please.
Sticks more beard on.
Give me my crowbar.
Not a real dwarf.
I got a morning
Let me
star,
reach
and that's
into
the
my
closest to
inventory.
blunt, because for some reason, I looked at Ironbreakers, and all they portrayed with axes,
It's-
not hammers.
Yeah, he's
So-
part of that dwarf clan known as gnomes.
I'm gonna break out the crowbar. I'm gonna find
The
the
muscular
least intrusive portion of it that I feel like would be
There's
the least
access
chance
to
of
Detroit, you need to-
harming him.
Uh huh.
And I will
Try to chip it away.
hit it. with the
Okay.
crowbar.
At this point, it's pretty much solid
It's like a rock.
along those lines. I mean, certainly seems strong enough along those lines. You smack at it. It doesn't seem to make any difference to it.
Does anybody have any type of solvent? Yep. Oh, you're not there. You have any type of solvent there, alchemist?
A knowledge of beasts and creatures.
The alchemist is like, what's a solvent?
Acid or something that we can burn through.
I didn't
whatever
take
this is.
chemistry in witch class.
Wait, what?
What are you wanting me to do?
Do you have any type of liquid that might penetrate this stuff?
I have a dagger.
That didn't
Okay.
work. Dagger didn't work. Crowbar didn't work.
No.
Yeah, it's resistant to any physical damage.
See if a torch. Does anybody have a torch?
Thank you.
See if you can burn it.
Okay, you guys light up a torch.
Yes.
Do you guys have a torch?
I don't.
The elf and the dwarf are like party members.
So-
I'm going with the torches.
Unless your intent is to literally continue running to the next county, after some time, you pause to catch your breath, realizing you're no doubt far enough away, at least to hear the creature coming after you.
Yeah.
After it finishes eating the rest of your group, you don't hear any ongoing combat or danger. Do you want to return, or do you want to strike out on your own?
I'm not striking out on my own. I'm going to try to find a little hiding spot.
Okay, now you do realize at this point you are deep into the dark woods of the Empire that's filled with spiders and orcs and goblins and things like
I
that.
don't know that.
Sure you do.
My little halfling who's lived his entire life in the city.
And you've heard nothing but horror stories of the forest.
Then I go with my original plan. I find a hole, right, on like a tree,
And bunker
and
down.
bunker down, and just with the dog, and just pull out my dagger. And
Okay. You got about an hour's worth of light still in the day.
I can still see at night. It's
Okay.
fine. And I am sitting here going, trying to, if anything comes near me, I'm gonna smell it first.
I'm gonna have to go after him. Can you guys think of anything? The
In
only
all
thing I can
reality,
think of
I'm
is a
probably
solvent or a
Possibly.
flame. That's all I can think of. I mean, I've heard of, if I can use out of character knowledge, a certain type of spider that you need alcohol to penetrate its webs.
Thank God I have both fire
I have
and
alcohol.
assault.
Try it.
Okay.
Encaged in me.
It's like, did this in the last
I
one?
bet
Weird.
that's exactly what was going through my mind right now. I was like,
Half the group is invested heavily in alcohol tolerance.
I'm one of them. Yeah.
sure.
What do you have?
Just beer.
Just basic beer?
Yeah.
How much do you have?
Probably a pint's worth or something like
Yeah.
that. Not a lot.
You have a single mug's worth?
Not a lot. Because I mean, I was
good thing
counting
I'm
on
on
the elf
fire.
getting a keg of bug mints, and he failed.
Not my fault.
Okay, so he pulls out his water skid,
Can I get this?
grudgingly holds it over the body, and sprays out a pint of beer. It definitely softens the mineral, but there's not enough of what he has to do anything.
All right. Well, how far away was that town we're going to? It's a few hours, right?
Yeah.
So he pulls
I
out
look
the-
into the forest. Look up the trail. Look into the forest. Look up the trail.
It was most of a day's walk to get to the village.
Right, but we've only been a half day.
No, you've only been a couple of miles from the coach.
Was there anything the
So,
coach's
so kind
coaching
of
them?
has been half a day
Alcohol
for me.
supply.
No, there was no supplies.
Wow, that is
There's a
long
well.
walk.
That was
Only
it.
a couple miles.
From the coach? Yeah.
How fast did the coach move? The
Oh.
other coach, because we left before it left.
No, you left as it was leaving.
Still, how fast does it go compared to me?
Compared to you, probably a little faster. The main thing is it doesn't have to rest. With the horses and everything, it'd be. I assume they go. I'm going to say 6, compared to a human's 4.
If I'm running, I could theoretically catch it.
If
They
you're running
have
by
alcohol.
yourself through the swamp to catch it up, you could probably catch up to it in an hour or 2. Yeah.
Did it have alcohol? Did they have
No,
alcohol?
they had basic water and rations and so
Alright, we're gonna
forth.
have to drag him and hope he doesn't dissolve. 'Cause I
Okay.
can't think of anything else. I run off.
If only someone found the bug mints.
I head off looking for the halfling.
One drop of that
So-
would solve
If
it.
you guys
Okay.
gonna keep on heading down the trail, I'll catch up.
Okay.
You guys going to head on, or are you going to wait for the elf to get
Something
back?
important you're missing.
I'm gonna start.
Oh shit.
I was already thinking about it, so
What?
Okay, good.
before he said something, I was going to talk to it before he said even said anything. I was going to try to figure out where his sword dropped off at.
In the water.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go into the water. He was
Yeah.
about 30 feet in when he went down.
I'm going to get the witch's assistance. And we're going to try to find it.
Are you
No
going?
worries.
Are you going to assist?
Trudge into the swamp.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, the other.
So both of you give me a perception check at -50.
Thank you both.
Does
Yeah.
he have
So
is his
angry.
face uncovered?
Yes.
Okay.
He's able to breathe. He seems unconscious, however.
62.
Start slapping me.
My dwarf pays attention to that sort of stuff. So
Thank you.
whether or not I'll be able to find it is a whole different equation.
Yeah.
But
There's
4 hours later.
a nice sword out there.
minus what?
50.
50. Okay. So I only have a negative. So it's a.
You can do it. 71. Okay. So you guys spend an hour or 2 searching initially. That doesn't preclude you from continuing to search. Mechanics, search-wise, you can search all day long or for weeks if you really want to. It's how long you're willing to do so with supplies, ability, etc. Okay. A couple of hours later, you guys are searching. Meanwhile, you've headed off. It's fairly easy to track the halfling. And
Like
without
he wasn't covering his trail at all.
no, it's like he was running, almost like he was being chased by death.
In a dog.
You find him maybe 30 minutes away, 15 minutes away, or whatever. Carefully following his trail through the thick forest.
I'm scared the bejesus out of him.
Okay, suddenly you're sitting there shivering as it's getting darker and darker under the canopy and everything. When suddenly the elf jumps out and right in front of you.
Hey!
Just start
Okay.
crying.
While you guys are searching through the muck and everything, you hear footsteps coming down the road.
You probably smell it.
And Carter shows up, having caught a late coach to arrive.
Boy, what happened here?
from a
Too
pure
busy enjoying your
GM
sheep
convenience
machine.
to actually have him part of the story.
Yeah, I'd
So-
like to play the game.
Yeah.
Comes in, finishes off the last little bit of wine.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
that's
he's
great.
just finishing off that last barrel of Bugman's, tosses the barrel down the hill into the swamp.
So I assume I'm getting filled in on the situation, right?
Well, he's not here.
No.
It's these
Well-
two, and they're about 30 feet out in the swamp covered in muck and mud.
In a cocoon.
And he's laying on the road wrapped up in a bluish crystal.
The big question
Cocoon.
is, does he notice us? Or does he
Yes.
just walk on?
It'd be pretty obvious.
What did I miss?
Come out here and help look.
No.
Don't look at us. We're not there.
I'm
What
gonna
did I
continue
miss?
looking.
Okay. So
Okay.
they're searching.
I
I
don't.
tried to talk you into riding your dog again, by the way.
I guess I'll go
I'm not allowed
investigate
to.
William.
Okay. Do you have any lore skills that would apply?
I mean, since I'm unaware of their attempts, can I try and use a hammer and spike to get him out?
Is there any
Yes. Doesn't do anything.
Okay.
animal training skill? or
Is there any
something?
way I? So like, it's
Yeah,
it's like an
Then you should be
oval,
able to
right?
turn it into an elk.
Could I like?
So,
Roughly, yes.
Could I like calculate where the best point to hit it would be at to break it?
Sure, you have a couple of theories. You try. It does it? Your tools don't seem to do anything to it.
Breaks out the drill.
I mean, you hit it a couple of times with your chisel,
Jackhammer.
and you're seeing the chisel is getting blunted somewhat on the front. I mean, not it's not like it's heavy. It's not heavy damage. It's not well. It's not heavy damage like it's bending your chisel or anything, but you're going to dull your chisel before you can get through.
I could always try and shoot through it, because that always would work.
Well, there is a soft spot on his head right around here.
Ooh, really?
When finding
Yes.
a specific type of creature.
Okay.
when we come back,
Uh huh.
I want to give him a healing ground.
Okay. Yeah, you wander back after a little bit. The two of them are out in the swamp. By now, it's past nightfall. Can you see in the dark, Ben?
No.
Okay. So you've returned to the shore because you can't see what you're doing anyways.
Okay.
The dwarf is still out splashing around in the mud.
Can I make
Um,
a survival check to see if
Can
I
you
can figure
fill
out what
me
this
in?
is?
We got attacked by
The
some
survival
sort of
check to
octopus
figure out what the
monster.
creature
Outdoor
is?
Got a
survival.
hold of him,
No.
almost swallowed him.
It's not outdoor survival is
think
about
we killed it.
surviving,
Okay.
not dealing
what,
with the creatures.
What skill would
Some
it
sort
be
of
then?
a secretion.
A lore
from the
skill
tentacles.
that's appropriate.
It's poisonous,
Intelligence
so it might be
based?
dissolving in
It would
poison
be,
in it.
but you have to have the lore skill to have any knowledge of it.
Alcohol worked.
Oh, I'll
So I
use my
have lore
flask of
anatomy
spirits.
and lore
then.
medicine.
Okay.
And I also have the heal skill and surgery skill.
Okay.
So, what can I do with this situation?
I'll give you make a roll for anatomy and medicine is fine.
If I give him my flask of spirits, can he get a bonus as well? Because he just told me it softens the
He has a flask of actual spirits.
like the
Okay.
flask of spirits.
Okay.
Can we cut him out that way?
Is that just a flat?
It's just
Right. That's
something
what I'm
I-
trying to verify. Is this a special item or is this
No.
is
no.
this
It's
okay?
just an alcohol.
Okay.
Flask
The way you were saying it made me think that this is some ghostly thing.
No, I went into a cave by myself and pulled out the flask of spirits.
If we use the alcohol as a dipping mechanism to coat a surgical tool, can we cut through it like we would a cast?
Probably. Give me a surgery roll.
And surgery is a talent. So,
Okay.
would
Give me a
that be
medicine
just
roll then.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll assist as best I well. I'm gonna go with the axe unless I can assist.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
137.
Okay. It costs you the entire flask, but yes, you're able to extract the material by using it to soften it
Yeah.
by applying the alcohol and then slicing it out as necessary. And you don't do any lasting damage to him.
Okay, which goes on to my next roll. I want to treat whatever injuries he has.
Okay.
That I'll assist on before I go look for his axe.
Okay.
So,
What does that do for him? Do I have to roll?
The assist?
I don't know. What did we do last time?
Sure.
well, we used to do an option.
Warhammer for assisting. I can look for it.
We used to do an option where you could roll for to heal people their hit points.
Right.
Right, because he doesn't have any actual injuries, does he?
Yeah, I don't think so. No, he
So
just had
I
hit
just want
points.
to try to get him
It's
away.
5 hit points for every success level you get.
All right.
And you
I
have,
would have waited
you
till
have
some
poultices.
poison doing
It's
damage.
It's 5 points plus success level plus intelligence bonus. It's not just success level. It's your
Okay, so
intelligence bonus
a
also.
wound times your plus your intelligence bonus.
So my intelligence bonus is 5.
plus a wound, plus whatever success levels you get.
Okay. So is that 5 hit points or 5 wounds?
No, that whatever the net wounds are times 5 is the hit points.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, you're looking for the assist?
Yeah, I'm looking for the assist.
all right.
I assume it's like a plus 20 if you assist.
Yes.
What is that? 38. That's a 98.
Well, and then he assists, so you make a medicine check too.
Wait, you rolled a 98?
No.
That's a
Oh,
38.
okay.
And I might reroll.
I rolled horribly.
Okay.
20.
So he did not assist appropriately.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay.
It got even worse. Okay. I'm gonna take a dark deal.
Okay.
Resistance. Each character assisting provides a bonus of plus 10 to the test. Other than that, the test is rolled as normal.
Okay,
Limits
so-
on assisting, you have to
then I
have at
succeed
least
on the
one
first one.
advance. They have to be adjacent. You can only do so many. like
Okay,
that.
so it's just a flat 10. You don't have to roll
Yeah, just a
anything.
flat
Okay. So I succeeded on the
So
first
the
one,
98
I
made a
didn't take the dark
108.
deal.
So you got the base 1 plus your wisdom
5.
bonus. Okay, 5 is 6. Times 5, you get 30 hit points.
You have to have at least one advance into the skill in order to actually.
Right, which I know you do.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
30 hit points back. At this point, it appears he just needs rest.
Right.
We'll let the toxin go and get out of him.
Then what I'll do is I'll string up the litter.
Okay.
I'll build my litter with the dog, and then we'll throw him in the litter.
I stripped down everything off of my body except for 2 daggers.
Okay.
I don't want to take any arrows or anything else out in the swamp. I'm already going to have to take all my arrows out of the quiver and lay them out to where they
Or
can.
rope money.
If
Take
they got
you
wet.
take the arrows out. They keep going back in the quiver.
Alright. And then I have
Stupid quiver.
crumbling the whole time to help the dwarf.
Can I try and like?
I know where he dropped it at because I was watching it the whole time. You were stunned, so
Can
I go straight to it.
Oh, never mind then. Oh, okay. Can I try and like?
He thinks he does.
Can I try and like put together
Dwarf has
like
kicked it around
a
couple
searching
times already.
device out of like sticks and whatnot? So it's like a long rake. So when they're going
No.
down the bottom, like with my,
It's
with
a
my
swamp.
87 engineering skill, I
It-
need to use it for something.
You
Okay.
have a grappling hook and rope laying on the ground next to you.
But-
can
You
draw- what's
you
called
could
grappling.
certainly start fashioning it, but they're either going to give up by morning, or will have found it. To build something along those lines is not something you just quickly cobble together in a couple of rounds.
Like I can't just lash together sticks.
You absolutely can. Will it give you any effective searching benefit to find a metal sword at the bottom of a swamp?
Well, if it's like so they're using their feet that are like this wide,
They're using their hands.
their hands or whatever to search an area.
And they're trying, well, and the problem is he was being thrashed and thrown around by a squid. When he lost his sword, it may have fallen a lot of different places.
Oh, you're right.
I
But
know right where it is.
if I make like a giant rake like this big, right? It's gonna cover a whole lot more distance than just.
If it
arms.
was a swimming pool with a smooth bottom, absolutely, I could see that
There's
working.
a lot of vines and stuff like that.
This is not a pool of water. This is a swamp with
The way you
with
described
marsh.
it, have you ever seen the Everglades, whether it's in person or in
I've seen
videos?
it.
That's what
I'm not vying for anything. It's a
It'll
relatively
get-
big grade.
in theory.
It's
love it, that's
irrelevant.
great.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
even I have
I
to
know it's
agree, it just
relevant.
wouldn't work.
Yeah,
I
you,
have like
you drop a metal
89
object in the
points
thing
my
in the middle of a big
engineering, and
combat.
I've never used it.
It's a
I had
hard
a
thing to
single
find.
opportunity.
Okay.
I had like a plus 10 and rolled 3 open-ended rolls.
Still, I would be boasting about that for the rest of my career as an engineer.
I just want to be able to use my engineering skill for something.
You know, there's a
Set.
big ass cage that we didn't tell you about, along with a what is it called? A crane-like arm that swivels
Uh-huh.
out. That's right there. That we
It's a gibbet.
swiveled it out. Yeah, we swiveled it off because it hung over the swamp. We swiveled it back, and that's it. It's empty. We didn't find
Oh.
anything else interesting
Had,
about it.
had bones.
Oh, yeah, bones. We didn't open it though, right? Or no, I opened
No,
it.
you took a leg out and
Yeah,
then threw it in the swamp. That's what attracted the bog cubipus.
yep.
Can I take some
Well, I have
of
to
the...
roll a.
Search.
Yeah.
Once we get to that point. So the rest of you are currently hanging out in the dark, in the muck, cold weather, temperature-wise, given that it's winter right now in Midland. Somebody go light a fire?
I'll light a fire.
Okay, do you have survival?
Oh wait, no, I don't.
Shit. I have survival.
Ben has survival, I know he does.
I have a high
I
enough
thought you said you had survival.
Intelligence base.
Isn't it a trained skill?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So anybody
I
with
have a high
ability.
enough intelligence.
Okay, so
So
some,
they are probably both better than me, and I have
probably,
race.
but you're an elf. Okay, so you guys light a fire. Yeah, you make camp effectively here.
Can I take some of the remaining
That's survival.
cocoons? 'Cause it was so
What is
dirty.
The remaining what?
Cocoons
Sure.
that he was stuck in?
Yeah, there's several larger shards of it.
He's trying to keep it.
I'm trying
It's
to
gonna be a shield. It's impenetrable.
yeah.
Nothing that big, but there's pieces maybe like this big.
Like just for experimentation later.
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
experimentation.
So, assuming you guys stay up late to continue searching, those of you who are searching can give me up to 3 rolls before dawn.
Oh, yes.
At a minus 50
Uh-huh.
perception.
Am I too short to be in the water?
You're never too short to be in the water.
Chat.
Well,
Can you
That's fine.
swim?
Merge?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Then probably don't want to go in the water.
Does the poison wear
Oof, I got lost
Oh my
twice.
god, dude!
I'll get it.
Did you find it?
No, no.
Somebody rolled
I got
92,
lost twice.
95.
I rolled the
So-
95. It's still
He
there.
jumps in the
my
water.
second-
Where is everybody?
I'm gonna sit on the shore and keep telling them
My
they
second
missed
roll
spots.
got a 114.
After with the
No,
penalty?
124. Yes.
Okay. So after about 6 hours of searching or whatever, the elf finally strikes something in the water and pulls up the great axe. I knew it was here.
I need a prosthetic foot now.
Dwarf kept telling me to go over here.
Knew it was here the whole time.
I need a prosthetic foot now.
Okay.
I had to roll 91 to get that.
I rolled a 95, and I have a negative. That's my issue with the minus 50.
Did you take your helmet off?
sandals.
Yeah.
Still has a penalty.
83, 33.
Not all of us could be elves with like a plus 40 initiative to their base.
Right.
Okay. So you pull, I assume you pull the axe out and go back to shore? Okay. You guys spend the rest of the evening warming up. By morning, all of you are feeling a little bit off, i.e., you've had extended exposure to corruption based on your relative exposure. Okay? So, somebody who got cocooned, roll a d8.
God.
Somebody who was just swimming through the water,
Do you get resistance rolls?
Per point.
Because there's usually endurance or cool tests
I didn't
based
even
off of
see that.
physical or mental.
I will give you a resistance roll based off of your willpower with a modifier equal of 10 for every point that you would get, and any success levels will cancel those respective points.
Okay.
You follow? Okay.
Only
So,
one mutation.
figure out how many points you got exposed to.
So the more points you get, you're basically screwed.
No,
Okay.
no, you have the exact same penalty,
Okay.
but you need to roll 101.
Okay.
Okay, to get rid of the first point. The first point gives you a base minus 10 just for the check. Okay. Every point gives you a cumulative penalty, but if you get 100, then you start negating the penalties. If that sort of makes sense.
One mutation.
No, that doesn't make sense anymore.
Okay, so let's take it through step by step.
Okay.
I know what my intent is. I'm probably just not describing it well.
Gotcha.
So start off by you roll a d8, keep it secret how many points everybody gets, because nobody else knows what corruption you have. Okay. Wading through all the water is a d4 plus 1 if you interacted with the cocoon. Okay.
I'm guessing that would be me.
If you got struck by the tentacles, it's 1 point. I think those were all the scenarios we had. I don't think anybody else had any specific exposure. Yeah, well, you didn't go in the water. You didn't do anything with them.
So I only got a 1 because I got grabbed.
Yeah, because you got grabbed by the tentacles. Matt would have D4 plus 1. Ben would have plus 1 because you interacted with the shell.
Yeah.
You would have just 1, and then a D4 because you went into the water.
Do I get a
Wait,
plus 1
not
for
a
the shell as
physical?
well then? Since
It's
I
not a physical influence, it's a mental instead?
It would be physical.
Okay, so that's toughness based then.
Okay. So the whatever your total is,
I want to see willpower.
Yes, I want it to be toughness.
it would be physical. There is no mental influence here. So I buy it's physical.
Okay.
So your target number is 100 plus 10 for every corruption point you get.
Okay.
Okay.
If you fail that, then whatever you got over 100 cancels some of the points. So if you get 100, you at least cancel 1. Okay? If you get 140, you cancel 4.
Okay.
Whatever you have left is how many points
Do
you
we
have.
roll the D8 ahead of time?
Yeah, roll the corruption ahead of time.
Okay, so what would mine be?
You were grabbed, D8. You were in the water, or no, so you were cocooned. You were D8 plus you were in the water for another D4,
And I get hit by.
and you were hit for 1.
And the cocoon would give me a +1, right?
No.
D8. You were cocooned. I'm good with that. Other than the
So I just have 1 then.
yes.
Okay. So
So
I just roll.
I
make
also-
So
one.
D8, D4 plus 1.
So
Okay. You fit.
I also just have 1 then, right?
Yeah, just 1.
Okay.
You roll, make your adjustments, add your necessary corruption.
Yeah, I was going to say, I rolled a 9.
Well, I
Okay.
know what I got, so I'm gonna try.
Now, if you have pure soul, don't forget you reduce it by 1 automatically.
Does anybody have that now?
I don't think anybody's pure anymore. Versus before everybody was.
I have resistance to chaos. Does that?
I don't know how that
A
applies.
2.
Okay.
I succeeded either way. That's fine.
Which is fine.
I resisted all but 1 point.
Nice. Well done, Ted.
You resisted
I think it,
D4 plus D8 plus 1.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I forgot the +1. Okay, so
2.
I ended up rolling 100 and.
Resistance to chaos.
yeah.
Strong constitution. You automatically pass the first test to resist the specified threat, such as plague, poison, disease, mutation, every session.
I think there's a specific resist chaos on there for halflings, specifically in the talents. I think.
I'm not seeing
that
one.
was a special case, or was that magic? I'm not sure.
Probably magic.
Yeah, it's probably magic.
Yeah,
That's
think
magic
I think some of
resistance.
the halfling thing is where I got it
That may be.
from doing character creation.
But you passed anyway, so
Yeah.
okay, so it's fine. Now, if you took a dark deal, don't forget you got an extra point just for that.
Yes.
I didn't take that because I had succeeded with
That's
this aid.
Okay.
Well, I passed over my threshold.
Okay.
Again?
Well, yeah, he was
Once
already
you're at your
corrupted.
threshold, every time you get a point, you're over your threshold.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
don't roll
It's
anything
not
yet.
that you have to go threshold to threshold. Threshold and the point.
So what would that be under influence? Nerdle?
We'll tell you.
Matt, what
Random.
was Bitter Burn spell?
Okay.
That's
I assumed it would be based off.
It's not better. It's
Well, it
now
depends.
what you can use in more
Okay.
situations. That's what you need to look at. Lightning bolt is not useful in any situation,
Who made your magic to keep a straight face?
so there's other spells like physical manifestations. Physical
So if your corruption
modifications
points are more than your
that are
willpower
useful in
plus
many
toughness,
other situations.
then you make an endurance test with no bonus. So whatever your endurance is, you need a 101 for each point above. So how many points over your threshold did you go? So roll twice. Roll the first one, see if you pass.
or like Oracle stuff.
I think that's.
I did.
Okay, then roll the second one.
I rolled the exact same roll. I did.
Okay, then you're currently fine. But you don't lose any corruption.
Well, no. Would that imply HP penalties as well?
No penalties, no modifiers.
Well,
It's just straight endurance versus 101. Correct?
that's.
So I get.
That's lame.
I rolled really
You
well.
didn't mutate?
Well, I rolled very
It's
well.
a bad thing, William.
I know it's a bad thing.
I have to try to resist the one that I ended up with.
But in all fairness,
That's above your
I got-
willpower?
I got a total of
The only mutations we've
143.
gotten
Still
after
have
what?
one that I have to roll off.
Well, only,
Good thing you've gotten lucky on the rolls.
I know.
That's how bad I rolled on a D4 plus
I don't
1.
want to get lucky on the
right, you still gained a point of corruption, which doesn't corrupt you unless you're past your threshold.
Yeah.
Oh, you are past your
Dude,
threshold.
I have a.
Oh, okay.
It
What's
lot.
the roll like a 10?
Okay. So yes, it's just straight
There's
endurance roll.
mutations where it just makes you a mindless beast and you die.
Toughness.
Which that would not be fun. I just
I
raised
haven't.
you and you
Well,
fucking
42.
turned into a mindless.
Okay. As long as you pass the endurance, you're fine.
I haven't really looked at the shirt.
Yeah, the corruptions are never good. So I'm not sure why you're hoping for it. But if you are, there's a swamp. You're welcome to go swimming again.
I think unnatural beauty is actually like a positive, just all around.
All I do
Maybe.
is, all I gotta say is I remember somebody mentioning something about some place we walk into, depending on how many corruption points you have, is the reaction it had. Was that Temple of Sigmar?
That
No,
was
the
the-
witch hunter
Yeah.
outpost.
Okay.
Which I
I'm never walking in anything
Yeah.
religious ever again.
It screamed at me.
Just gonna burst into flames.
Hell yes.
Holy ground! Oh my
No
God!
one here can withstand the amount that I have. Not even the
You seen the Witcher
You can.
scene where all the
Well,
necklaces
yeah.
are hanging?
You can thus far.
That was me.
Okay.
I might be actually really close.
Like,
Like very close.
I doubt it.
My willpower and toughness bonus matched to a 12. Okay.
You're not even close.
Ow!
I have a 63 willpower and a 61 toughness.
He's a dwarven iron breaker.
And he still cannot reach what I have in corruption. By a bit.
Feels so underpowered. Like the
Yes.
new character is already stronger than me, and it's just like okay.
I'm
Well,
better in what you do.
Yeah.
I can't even use it.
We show up for the games.
Well, I'm sorry, I have other priorities.
Did we lose Andy?
In all fairness,
He's not feeling well. He's sick.
Okay,
I think
I
you're
wasn't sure.
comparing
Hopefully he
yourself
doesn't pass
to
out yet.
us, mainly.
Did you not eat again, Andy? Okay, just want to make sure.
2,000
He
points
has a
difference
candy
between
cane
the
in
two
his
of
mouth,
us.
so he's okay.
Okay,
That's a toothpick.
No,
Or is that a candy cane?
you didn't have to recreate.
it was a candy cane.
Also, no. He's more than 2,000. He's not one of the recreations.
Yeah.
No, he's
He
not.
died.
I came
He
in
died
right in
during
the
the-
beginning of the Middenheim.
Yeah, he is not.
He died during the.
I know,
councils.
but he's not one of the brand new
Yeah, he's
recreations.
not
Right.
one right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm saying
He's not as old of a veteran, but he's not
Oh,
a
you know
new
what?
character.
You may even be lower than the 2,000 than what they had.
I
No,
don't think so.
no.
Because
It would
because
probably
I mean,
be about equal.
Possibly.
I don't think so since the.
But
since
the
actual
difference is your
Middenheim
character has never focused on
campaign
combat
chapter
capability.
was so-
You're comparing your character with Matt, who's a very old
I was
character,
comparing it to his character.
who is
Yes.
a pure combat character.
Yeah.
That is like you have an 89, and that's equivalent
some of
to
the
my
world
skill
stuff
in
would be-
those.
Right.
You also have to think
Carter.
about this. Yeah, the
He,
dwarf.
Yeah,
he's got
I
a
would-
16.
I would just roll in his character.
Yeah.
Well, he has a higher
But
DB than I
he
do.
can't. He
The dwarf and the elf start with stats that are insane compared to a human.
Mm-hmm.
Except for you, it's
I
Why
Joe,
wouldn't
Joe.
you
For me,
always
it's
just?
all of them.
I would always just give up the points instead of rolling the race then, and always
elf.
just choose elf.
But that's just lame. That goes against the entirety of what Warhammer is.
Right.
There's usually a lot of social.
Yeah, but who wants to
stigmas and
fucking just
issues
random
with
roll your
elves.
ass into a fucking basic human cobbler?
That's
You know what I
supposed to
mean?
be
It'd
their
just be
trade-off.
like,
Well,
great, now I can't do anything in the campaign because
Function-
I make shoes for a
I've done
living.
that.
Your fun
I
is
love it.
terrible.
functionally, that's
Priest
the
to
intent of the story.
Well, that's how I
love
started
it.
the entire game. I
No.
couldn't do anything.
He was a priest that
And-
ate garbage for like 4 game sessions.
Every
And
single
then you
game.
changed the character and adapted it from
Every
what
single
you
game, I
started.
would sit in a house and read my book. Because if I went and did anything else, I would die.
Yeah, I get it. I'm saying, yeah. There's the reason why that halfling ran off into the woods.
Yeah.
All right.
So say
Oh,
I
by
have
the way,
nearly
I'm cooking.
died every fight.
You're cooking that
And
chicken.
I'm
Yeah.
archer.
I mean,
I
you've
ain't
put
touching
yourself
that fucking
into
thing.
it,
Are you
though,
serious?
so.
Okay, so by morning, what would you guys like to do?
We did not get a chance to rest yet,
You guys got a little bit of rest.
but not. We haven't let our guard down.
No, definitely not.
Hey,
Where's
I'm all
my
clean
axe?
now. All set.
Definitely
Feel
not
like
clean.
Matt. I feel like lore-based stuff. would
I
be
got my
useful.
back once a
I
month
think
now.
so too.
I'm set.
Where's my
Honestly,
axe?
just the transformation stuff would be useful.
So I will.
Yeah.
I'd like to at least move on. We got to get to this town. Problem is, the dude knows my face.
I'm
He's,
gonna walk over
The
and grab
dwarf's
my
axe
axe
can
from
fix that.
well, he knows the dwarf too.
Okay, he gave
He's
it
a
back
solid
to you
dwarf.
beforehand. So
He'll at least know there's a. What do you call it again?
Well, him and I can go in
Ironbreaker.
there.
Okay, I was gonna say axe breaker. We gotta work your axe.
What, in
Not
the
yet.
village looking
Quite
for the bad
close.
guy?
Several
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Do you have extra?
Yeah, I have 2 axes, a great axe.
I'm
and
not
a
dirty
great
at all.
axe, so
Okay.
I got axes.
Do you need a spare weapon, my friend? I have a I actually have a longsword. Do you want my longsword? I don't draw it anymore.
Still has like the zip
I'm-
tie
Yeah.
on it.
I used it at the beginning.
It's still in the plastic
What
wrap.
would a longsword do compared to my great axe?
When you okay?
Yes, a
Fair
longsword
would be
might
the
help.
best one.
Do you want a
If I got-
dagger?
Dagger would be nice.
All right. Give him my spare dagger. Non-magical, just normal dagger.
Like magic dagger. All of a sudden he dies.
I got no soul for the dagger.
Sean has not put any restrictions on me about all that yet, but I'm playing like self-inflicted restrictions. So in physical combat's all I draw is that. It's not because I want to. It's because I'm feeling like my character should.
And I was gonna take a teeth.
Because I'd much rather hit people with a longsword because it does damage.
I was gonna take a tooth from the creature. I'm gonna go grab
I hit you
I'm
and
gonna
I
grab the
healed
sack.
2 points.
The helmet sack. They drop that at the start of the combat.
The helmet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I assume you guys get your basic gear back.
Since he's mobile now, I'll put the
The gurney away.
the gurney away.
And I changed back into my poor clothes because I wore my
Nice clothes into the swamp.
All of it. Through all the fights and everything was my nice clothes.
It's seasoned now.
Man,
It looks better.
Yeah. Now it's stylish.
Yeah.
I could
Is there a recurring
Do
penalty to your
get the
endurance check
regeneration spell.
if you have
Regenerate
multiple
your
points over?
Officially in the mechanics, no. The problem that I see with that is you keep stacking up lots and lots of corruption, and you can get to a point where you can't fail it because it's endurance, which is a skill.
Most people put like a -10 for every point you're above.
Right. That's my
That's what most.
well,
groups do.
and that's what I'm leaning towards, because otherwise you're going to have 50 points and you keep passing.
Failed once.
I understand that, and it clears a bunch when you do.
It didn't clear enough.
Well, no.
Clear them all. Wipe them all out.
Not vying for it, my character's probably not gonna fail.
That's why when you
fail
go on a
this
holy
check.
class.
Exactly.
It
That's
removes
the point.
threat.
He's failed
Since
once.
it's endurance based or willpower, you have characters that are specialized in those things. They're going to be very resistant to it, which
Find something for
sort of fits the storyline in the game.
But not mix
Go off on a quest. You can take the Slayer.
Well,
It
sort of
shouldn't
if you're
make
a
you
dwarf.
involved.
It doesn't, because you're
Maybe
going to fail the willpower ones.
Lightning bolt was because that's the only
Okay,
single target
and if you take a
good
point of
spell.
willpower corruption
I mean, I don't.
and
I
you're
don't-
already
All the
over your
other
threshold,
things
you're rolling.
hitting spells are AoE.
Okay, so
And also
there is a
target
counter to it,
I get
but
it. I get
it's a
it.
matter
I
of
get it.
right now corruption hasn't been a frequent sort of thing.
Water.
Okay, and again, you don't want to have your character corrupted. It's the equivalent of losing your character.
I know.
So,
I know now.
okay. So, you guys in the morning pack up. Scrape the thin layer of snow off of you. And I assume continue south to Commandant?
Yes.
Okay. It takes most of the day to get there. Late in the afternoon, you see the smokestacks and chimneys of Commandant in the distance. For about the last hour or so, you've smelled a very peculiar earthy smell that reminds you of the tobacco smoke. And here and there, you see small patches of just wild tobacco growing in this area. It's all sort of a dirty red color. Being familiar with it, it looks normal, but if you weren't really, it would look almost like it's sickly or something like that. As far as the plant.
Hey, can you gather this up as we walk? Maybe we can sell this for quite a bit of money, or
It's probably somebody's
Use it as
crops.
Huh?
It's somebody's crops.
No, you're saying it's long.
Yeah, it's just grown wild around here.
Okay. Well, I
Okay,
look
now,
at him.
do any of you have any herbalism skills, etc.?
Apothecary, do you have any herbalism?
I have trade herbalist, but that's trading.
That would apply.
Yeah, that's true. It's doing your job, is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be knowing about herbs and plants and how to treat them and work with them, etc.
I need to put more advances into
Oh.
that.
Okay.
This one would have been the perfect one.
What?
Drop. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
It's a CN1.
Yeah,
Easy.
you would have forced it to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would say drop. Every time he grappled somebody, drop, drop, drop.
That's what Erdem used a lot.
Can I assist him with?
And you
also
can make
lights
people
them on
drop
fire.
weapons.
Is that an
With-
actual spell?
Yeah, it's called drop.
You can make a lore herbs
Yeah.
roll,
Or more?
Arcane.
which tells you about the herbs and what its functions are.
switch, which
What
is
he's
a
rolling
lore
for is
herb.
how you process it, what's its value,
Oh,
which is different, which is a different mechanic.
got it.
Oh wow! Of course. Now I'm rolling good,
Okay.
so it's not that good. 109.
109. Okay, so you in the raw form, it's pretty much worthless. Okay, it can't be smoked. You can't really do anything with it. It takes about a year aging it and drying it before it becomes a tobacco that's usable in special drying houses. Takes a lot more processing and effort than typical tobaccos. I mean, you can certainly harvest however much you want. There's plenty of it, more than you guys could probably carry. And he knows enough to be able to tell you this is how you harvest it. But it's, I mean, unless you're going into business selling tobacco, it's not really going to help you much.
So then I just had a consideration that if we're carrying this in the group, is it going to be harder for me to track? Because the
Probably.
smell will
Probably,
override.
yeah.
Whole
It's,
area already.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
never mind. Don't even bother.
I mean, you can your sense of smell can tell a difference between the processed tobacco smoke and this. But yeah, if you're walking around with a bundle of it in your
You're gonna
backpack,
have nose blind,
yeah, you're not
Okay.
going to be able to smell any difference at that point. Okay. So like I said, you see the village up ahead. It's maybe another 15 minutes walk or so before you get to it. Oh, you heading home, Andy?
Yeah.
I'll bring the trash can back.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that is.
The trash can bites the dust.
That's okay. That's just a trash can.
I will.
I didn't realize he was getting sick.
Yeah,
Older.
neither.
Don't
He's
go
a
over there.
bad way. Like he
He's
said,
in the trash
he said he had the same, exact same feeling.
That's
He
weird.
was gonna pass out,
Yeah.
so he thought he was over there thinking he was gonna pass out over there.
Pass on
So
the couch.
Okay. Well.
that's why he chose to sit down.
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine with that. I want him to be safe. It just that's unusual.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's having a health issue, so
Glad
Okay.
his kid's able to drive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna head off away from the group and say, guys, I'll meet you at whatever. Hope is it small town? Maybe one inn. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the end. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
to.
It's a village, maybe 100 people.
I just want to see if I can locate the group of people. I'm gonna spend basically how late in the day is it?
It's late afternoon.
I'll spend until nightfall just trying to go around the town and see if I can locate the. They're probably in the inn, but just in case they're not.
See any signs
The
of them or
guards,
whatever?
Yeah, all
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna go find a bath.
Okay.
Why? You just took one.
No, I didn't. I didn't go in the water. I just got fucking slime.
Who here did not get chaos points? That's all I want to say. You.
I got one from you, kid. I got one for the
I can't help it if you
Okay.
roll half when you're tougher than you
I
are.
managed
Okay.
Dude,
So
I
you're,
rolled a
you're
big
heading straight for the tavern or inn.
Cool.
I roll like a 1-5.
Anyway,
So he's heading straight for the tavern or inn. You're heading for the tavern or inn.
guys, I launched my
Scout
elf
or
and
the
keep
elf
rolling
says he
on.
needs a bit of time. He's going to look around town, and the other two of you, what are you going to do?
What is the 15?
Go to the bar.
want me to go with you?
No, I want to be stealthy. I want to be out alone.
I'm going to the bar, staking out the people at the bar, listening to the conversation.
So three for the tavern. What are you doing, Ben?
Correct. And I don't trust you. You've been shady as hell.
Okay. I'm going to
man.
the tavern to take a shower. Yeah, I had that for a while.
You're going to the tavern to take a shower?
Looks-
They don't do showers in the tavern.
Whatever.
I'll place it on the side.
I walk into the tavern,
I'll place it
or
on the side afterwards.
Okay.
I walk into the tavern, order a beer, take a shower.
That's
Bad.
the worth.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's
What,
the
you
one.
shower with water?
Yeah, what's wrong with
What a waste of
you?
clean
Remember
water.
my
Dad,
Yeah,
You know
you
how
should use
dirty that
dirt. You
water
should
is?
use dirt.
dirt and grease.
did you determine if you're going to let me be able to make minor healing draughts? with
If
my
you have
herbalist
the skill, there's a talent that lets you
or
do
is
that.
not something
There's a
Pharmacist.
talent that lets you do that.
Okay, so no. Okay.
I am fatigued.
I never get that.
You're fatigued?
Frenzy. Frenzy fatigues you when you.
That went away after the night. You're not fatigued for like days.
Fatigue for life.
Frenzy monster screw.
No. Well, generally yes, but not because of the fatigue.
He gets butts and legs for the rest of his life.
You really pulled those arms.
What is he in his 40s?
What about the potion book that I have?
What about it?
What?
You can make those,
Yeah.
which are different. Those are not.
Okay.
Those are not healing drops.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys wander around, or the elf wanders around town. The rest of you go to the tavern.
You clean up and I start drinking.
Okay. It's a large, we'll say, warehouse processing building that has a stables on the side and a tavern, and looks like maybe a half dozen rooms up above. Fairly small, out of the way. Most of it's dominated by a large warehouse. that the smell of the processed tobacco is very strong in.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. They soak the tobacco in the crap first too.
Yeah, a lot of times there are all sorts of chemicals and things like that. You can see around town there are numerous wagons and stalls and everything set up with the weed just drying at various stages and so forth. The locals see you guys wander in. They all sort of stare at you in surprise and shock a little bit, but otherwise mind their own business. They don't seem to have any interaction. You guys, yep, you guys head into the bar. There is a older man behind the counter. Says, "Greetings. Where are you guys coming from?"
I don't say anything. I slap a silver down, push it across. Strongest whiskey, please.
Okay. He grabs a bottle and starts pouring drinks.
Midnight. We're from Midnight.
Middenheim.
Fucking octopus.
Okay.
That's shot.
Bogtopus.
Octopus.
One of our party members
Okay.
attracted it.
The one that's drinking.
Oh.
Are you the one that threw the bone into the water?
He
That's the book.
he fills the shot glass to the top. Says, "That one's on me."
It made intimate love to him, but I'm not there.
You guys say you ran into Larry?
Larry? Is that you?
You named this
you guys-
foul creature.
Well, if it's who I think it is, Larry Legs.
Did you guys have a bounty
He
on
loves hugging people.
He's got fewer legs now.
it? Was there a bounty out on it?
Well, no. Why would we put a bounty on him? It's a wild creature.
It's a wild creature that's likely causing you guys trouble.
No, that doesn't cause us trouble. Generally takes care of the trash.
We have no clue if we killed it. We harmed it beyond amount.
Didn't take care of me.
It left.
Well, you're a little heavy.
Okay.
And
Well.
presumably it died somewhere.
Oh, well,
But don't
Okay.
don't consider it dead until you find the corpse. Okay?
okay. I'm not really going to go in the swamps, but
Is there a safer route that avoids Larry legs?
is there a safer route
Yes.
to where? Where are you guys heading?
I don't know. Where are we going?
I think he's asking about the main road
Yeah, there is a main road
of whatever that main road is called. Great North
right
Road.
here. Well, you can go straight through Prittstock.
Yeah, most travelers come along Prittstock. We really only use the North Trail for criminals and for those wanting to take the coach west.
Have you guys had a group of armed men accompanied by a...
I think it's funny, I'm moving the party.
You are.
Do
By
you have a
a
bath?
very
Ignore him.
fancy-
Do you have a bath?
Sure.
Can I have a bath, please?
Me too.
Sure.
I'm not taking a bath at the same time. I want my
How
own water.
rude.
Yeah, we can have one heated up for you.
Don't make it too deep, please.
Oh, not a problem.
Who was the last
I
group?
just go sit in a corner.
Okay. So give us 30 minutes.
I thought it was nobody sends baby to the corner. Too late.
Who was the last group of people that came down the North Trail?
Well, I have no idea. I don't really watch the North Trail. We had some travelers came in day before yesterday, but they didn't stop here.
Roadhouse.
You guys are the first travelers we've seen in maybe 2 weeks. Not very many people come to Commandant unless it's near harvest season.
What do you think of that guy's from here?
While he's talking, he pulls out a pipe, starts stuffing it with tobacco.
Does Larry's
I mean, we figured out information that he was from here.
does Larry's venom
it's a
have
really
any
good
side
chance.
effects? Have you
Lar-
seen anybody get attacked by Larry?
Larry's venom? Is he venomous?
Apparently he's venomous.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume
I don't know. Nobody's ever really reported anything.
One in the middle of it.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a barkeeper. He's not really in the business of going out and
Yeah.
fighting
It-
bog cubipuses.
It's
Oh, yeah,
a bar.
people complain. People
It's a
complain.
favorite dwarf pastime.
Is there a town sheriff?
Sure. Yeah, while you're wandering around town, you basically are just seeing the locals, and they're very curious. They don't seem shocked to see an elf. It doesn't seem to be that super uncommon for them, at least. Like in Middenheim, you got stares just because, oh my god, it's an elf.
Right.
We never see those. Dwarves are common. Here, it's like, oh, okay, hi. I mean, people seem polite. They're not going out of their way to talk to you or anything, but they're also not like running and closing doors or anything like that.
Okay.
They're basically just minding their own business, doing their work, and so forth. Down Main Street, you see a small building, has a constable's signet on the front.
I'll just head straight to that.
Okay,
If I see that.
sure.
Okay.
You see a younger guy behind the counter or desk or whatever. As you walk in, says, "Greetings, sir. What brings you to Commandant?"
We're in pursuit of a criminal, my group and I was curious if you had seen a human with a troop of, I don't know, 8 to 10 other, maybe 11 other humans. They were mercenaries come through town.
I don't know about mercenaries. There was what was that fellow's name?
I'll wait to hear what he has to say as far as name goes.
Yeah. Old Carlsbad came back to town the other day. He had a bunch of guys with him. You looking for Eric?
Eric Carlsbad? Yes, he is the gentleman that I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he came through
Right here.
I think 2 days ago or so. Gathered some basic supplies and then headed south. Yeah, it'd be about the time that he would have made it here.
Okay. Headed south.
You guys were a day behind him, and then it was the following morning before you traveled on. It was about a day to get there, so you're about 2 days
He
behind.
didn't stop in town, rest.
No, they came through. Like I said, grabbed some supplies and headed south. They seem to be headed somewhere. Not sure where.
Where's his family's home located?
Eastern Street, third house on the right is where his family used to be. There's some other people living there now.
His family's gone?
Yeah, I mean his wife and son moved out. I think I heard they sold the place a couple of weeks ago.
Interesting. Okay. What would be south of here?
Swamp.
No other like ancient sites, anything, fables, any stories that you could tell me of?
Well, I'm not really one to repeat fables and stories.
Well, sometimes those are
The bartender is good at that if you want to hear tall tales. But no, I mean the only thing out that way other than the swamp and the occasional lizard and so forth is the old moat house.
Okay. Does the old moat house have a? You said moat or boat?
Moat
Does the moat house have a?
with an M. Sorry, forgive my Middenheim accent.
Does the moat house? I'm trying to be as nice as possible. I'm sneering the whole time I'm talking to him, just so you know. Does the moat
Doesn't
house
seem to be able to tell.
have a road or path or anything? Is it something that's obvious we could see without issue?
I think there's an old trail that goes there. Not many people go out there these days.
How far away is it? Would you think?
If I recall right, it's about an hour's hike.
Okay, I head out. That's all I need.
You heading out tonight?
I still have a few hours left, right?
Maybe an hour.
Oh shit!
Probably fly.
I was hoping I could get there and back before my time was up. All right. Now I head back to the inn because I don't have any desire to confront anything alone. So
Okay.
Even though you're just about to go by yourself.
during the daytime,
During
yes.
the daytime, he could see them and run.
I don't see as well or as far at night.
Okay. So meanwhile, the bartender seems to be all about talking to strangers and everything. He seems very open to things. He's telling you all about Larry and the stories and everything. The general impression you get is the constable here in town, whenever they have thieves, rogues, bandits, etc., those that aren't killed by the local militia guards or whatever that they actually can catch, which admittedly, he seems to be overblowing how many people that is. They would send him up to the gibbet and leave him there. And the popular legend is Larry uses that as food and comes and eats whatever's at the gibbet. Nobody ever sticks around to see.
Well, I would. Come on now.
But that appears to be the common thing.
Dad, of course.
Where you shoved
We'd even start tackling it.
Mm-hmm.
Where you
Take it
shoved
down
the
to the
gibbet?
ground. Feed it up.
That's why you were
Then
there.
release it so you can do it again.
Yeah, we were fucking with the gibbet. It goes out over the water, and we made it come back, and then we started
Throwing bones.
and scratching on the wood. And
You got any other named creatures in the bogs? Nearby?
How many named creatures do you need? We got stories for plenty. How long are you guys going to be in town?
Then we got Gary.
There's always a Gary.
The
He's
master-
the bear
That
putus.
damn Gary.
No, he's a giant snail that goes very slowly.
Night, maybe two.
When I
A
get
night or
back-
maybe two? Well, okay. I'm assuming you guys are looking for rooms then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many rooms you guys? How cozy are you? I can outfit you. I got 6 rooms currently available. There isn't very many to guess these days.
I need a room myself.
Okay, not a problem.
I'm fine with buckets with someone. Or two.
Now,
I'm gonna go by myself.
unfortunately, prices being what they are, I'm going to have to charge you a premium. It's going to be 2 copper for the night.
I'm going to get my own room.
No, I'll just place it somewhere.
I want a clean bath when those two are done with the dirty bath water.
Okay.
I'll
You
just
said
give him
2
this
copper
one.
a night?
You're ready.
2 brass a night. Yes.
2 brass a night? Okay, I'll go ahead and pay 2 now, and if we stay longer, I'll get
You
another
can't
2.
get double clean. It's not how it works.
Okay, so after 30 minutes or so, they call you back and they've prepared a bath. They have large, fairly ornate metal tubs.
Oh, fantastic.
They have 2 of them set in between a large fireplace. It actually looks relatively luxurious. So you guys are able to bathe, clean up, do whatever you want, and so forth.
That's
I'll
They,
place,
they seem to rarely get visitors, so
fresh
they go
clothing
all
as
out.
well.
I'll place 2 silver.
linens.
Yes, fresh clothing.
Oh, clothing. Oh, I'm not sure we got your size, sir. But we can certainly get these cleaned up and tailored if you'd like.
Here's him wearing a
As long as you can have them done by morning, yes, please.
I'll see what we can do.
I pull out a gold, put some extra ladies on it.
Well, I'm sure this will get the wives motivated.
After we get our rooms and get cleaned up, I'm going to head up to my room.
Okay. So yes, they're charging you 2 copper a night and a luxurious price. The beds are comfortable, not high quality or anything. They're straw with at least some rough linens and so forth.
I don't carry copper.
Bronze.
Silver.
The food is pleasant. Smells of
Not on the
tobacco.
alcohol tab.
Everything smells.
Everything smells of tobacco, and for some reason, the vast majority of the locals are smoking. A lot of them coughing.
You're fitting in.
It seems. I mean, it's to the point that they've even gone to the point that, like, the clothing is. They're using the weed to weave clothing and things like that. In addition, like hemp, lots of different materials for it. They've sort of built their economy around that.
Okay. I would also like to make sure we get at least a half dozen bottles of spirits. I don't know
Okay.
how many of those bog creatures there are or whatever, but I want something along with this.
Okay, so if you want strong spirits, that'll cost you 6 brass apiece.
Okay.
We'll need a little bit more than that.
I'm gonna place,
This is not drinking spirits.
I'm gonna pay him 2 silver.
What else we're gonna use it for?
4.
1 for Halfling's room. 1 for my room.
I don't plan on
Oh,
anyone
okay.
else getting cocooned.
Speaking of
We
which,
didn't plan on the first ones getting cocooned.
Why- we didn't know the
why do you think
cocoon.
I saved some of the cocoon?
Right.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I'm going to use the cocoon and
Little brass for one
if it
sheet.
becomes relevant, any of the books that he still got me,
Okay.
to attempt to figure out an easier way to dissolve the cocoon without harming the person inside.
Okay, so you're gonna spend the night studying it.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna buy some
Experimenting.
drinking alcohol for the trip.
Let me know if I need to spend any money on it.
not carrying
Depending on how much
bottles.
it is, I will.
Okay, yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about that. Okay,
I'm
so you,
just gonna live it up. Enjoying the townsfolk at the tavern if they're ready.
okay, yeah, they have lots of stories. They fill you in on local information, local legends, and so forth. A lot of them feel like tall tales.
Yeah.
But at least for this region, I'll give you a +30 on any local knowledge to potentially hear of rumors or have some insider knowledge.
This is gonna be great. That's this. What? All right, so I do tell the group we're leaving before first light. I'll wake you all. I tell everybody in the group that. I know where they went.
Do you know?
Yes.
Okay.
And I go to bed.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna entertain the town with stories.
Okay.
I will absolutely be waking all of you up too.
My goal is to get up before the elf. So you can't wake me up.
So you can hold the door closed. Okay, so you give me a roll.
What do you want?
What rolls? What skills do you have?
We wake the elf up.
Herbalist, smith, magic,
Call time of the board. It gets periodically
outdoor
earlier.
outdoor survival won't be in it.
So wait.
It's 4 in the
Uh,
morning. Time to get up.
Alcohol?
Alcohol
It's been
tolerance?
way too many nights. up
Admittedly, this would be an area where Carter's engineering might be beneficial.
Yeah.
Well, if you're studying that, I got lore anatomy.
I have.
Lore
You know
math.
what
Okay.
also might have been a good idea for Carter's engineering? The Dwarven Guild that tried to have their weapons stolen.
Again, there was no leads for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to just try my herbalist
I
skill?
can't believe you turned over.
Sure,
the
both of you can roll.
I've done that.
It's the best thing to do. Dwarves. Give them
I
around.
gave it to my engineer and said, duplicate days.
115.
Okay.
Luckily I rolled open-ended.
Okay.
I rolled a 98 to
Okay.
start with, then 26.
So the best you guys can tell is this material is secreted from the bog cubtopus with its victims. Whenever they're taken out, it's a material that is secreted from the tentacle. When it gets a firm grip on you and you're no longer struggling, then it wraps you up, secretes all this stuff all over you, and in the air it hardens relatively quickly to encase you in a shell. It is particularly resistant to water given its environment. It does not dissolve in water, but you suspect the creature can release some sort of an enzyme that melts it when necessary, to provide air so the creature doesn't die, but also so that it can eat the creature when it desires to. It happens to be very similar to alcohol, and a strong alcohol can either completely dissolve it, or, as you guys have already determined, in specific spots, you can cut somebody out.
You want to try and combine some of my herbs with some of
We
your
had two
medicine
party members
skills to
die
make a
before we
stronger
figured that out
alcohol.
It has a strong, the secretion has a strong paralytic in it, that once it starts applying it, you're pretty much out. And so there's no chance to struggle as far as around the shell while it hardens.
That'd make a really good
Did I-
poison.
Did I
Yeah.
grab enough of it to possibly, kind of make a poison?
Well, let's see if we can use the alcohol to dissolve it
Right.
like-
back into a
Yeah,
liquid.
not all.
Right.
I
At,
wanted,
at this point, it's inactive. I mean, you have some alcohol.
Right.
You're able to dissolve it fairly easily.
I
That's what I'm
wanted-
saying. Let me get my idea out. I know what you.
Alcohol.
We use the alcohol. We dissolve it. We bottle it, right, as a compounded mixture, and then we can use it to coat weapons or use it for surgery and
Okay,
things like that.
that's what I was going to ask. Would it be
All I can
possible
think about
to
is the
apply
surgical
this to,
applications.
like,
And
say,
instead-
a shield or a weapon to make it even more hard to break?
That's also a cool idea.
Yeah.
I had that a few minutes
It,
ago.
it's possible
That
if
was
you
my whole
if
thing.
you had the proper level of engineering skill, potentially.
Man, if only.
I was gonna say cut the wooden halves, and then there's all types of uses.
There's some options. Now, what you have is fairly limited. When you dissolve it in alcohol, it softens and it's able to be. It becomes pliable, can come off. When you dissolve a piece fully in alcohol, it turns it into like a very thin paste. Okay, so think sort of like Elmer's glue, but heavily watered down, if that makes sense. Okay. It smells horrid and rancid at this point. And you're pretty certain whatever toxins are in it are completely inactive at this point. It gets defeated.
So poison probably won't be possible.
That's up to you. It'd probably have to be pretty fresh to have the poison qualities.
Yeah.
The alcohol enzyme, the enzymes in alcohol seem to remove the toxins as well as soften the shell. Okay.
No, I didn't take it.
I don't think
We had a
anybody
whole
took
piece
it.
of a tentacle. We could have seen what was
You did.
secreting it.
You did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you guys
Can
cut
I
a
use
piece
one
off.
piece?
Yeah.
As soon as
Otherwise-
You're
were
busy
making
listening to
corruption rolls,
stories.
I was like,
Yeah.
nope,
So
I'm not taking that shit.
When did you guys cut it off?
Yeah, it was on him.
It was on me. We
combat.
cut it off.
And he got back. It was literally still on him when he went back to the tree line. He had to like push it, spin around to push it off him.
Okay, I didn't know that.
well, there was a lot of other things going on.
Yeah, it was a lot.
There's a whole thing like fighting for your life.
I've been
I was
scolded for
far
taking
away.
time
I was
off.
standing there dancing.
Everybody was here. Everybody was aware of it.
I-
That tentacle got left behind.
I did
So
not.
I was aware of
know
it.
that.
I know.
I thought about it, and as soon as you're like, "All right, everybody, start making corruption rolls," I was like,
I
Nope.
would have grabbed it.
"That motherfucker's staying."
You feel
I-
weird.
I would have grabbed it.
So, like I said, the creature obviously has some chaos influence because it's not a natural creature by any means, and that it has a lingering effect. You're not sure whether the creature is the source of the corruption or its environment is the source of corruption. Okay, so you're not sure if it's a beast of chaos or it happens to live in a chaos area, or
Given
potentially
that
both.
The chaos crystals are coming from the swamp.
Yeah, it's probably more environmental.
Yeah.
Hey, Barky.
Yeah.
Though admittedly,
I'll ask
did
him
get
more, never
corruption
mind.
from
Okay.
I'll wait
Yeah,
till
he's
you
currently
guys
talking with him about stories. They're talking all sorts of crazy
His
things.
son gets his lore piece.
So
Yeah,
Just a whole bunch of rumors.
he has a couple of other locals that are just talking and just
you
like hanging on every
and
word for the
whenever
stories.
the adventure
I
gets
will
back,
have
we
Talking
can
about
attempt
swamp
to do
trolls.
that.
I will have the bag with me.
The
Just-
bag.
The
That's
bag.
As
With
soon
the
as-
chaos skull.
As soon as
Yeah. So I
they
can
started
just,
trying to
if
smash
you
it
question me,
open,
just go.
I
Okay, so you show off your chaos skull too.
Yeah, the rotten
Okay.
chaos head.
We see a burning.
You've had it
fire in the morning.
defleshed though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had it
Okay.
defleshed. It's just a skull with a head.
Yeah.
As soon as you guys started trying to smash it with your swords, I
So-
knew it would be pretty good.
Yeah, from your trade knowledge, this sort of substance certainly would have some application. Okay, now you as individuals may not be able to fully benefit from it. Okay, but you have an engineer who at least can make an ear, and if nothing else, a guild would probably be very interested in some of this raw material, especially in a fresh form.
So I have a business idea. We set up a fishing business, right? And we farm the octopuses and sell them to
How?
the cities.
How would we get there?
Or just tame Larry.
We have a fish hook.
And a sinker.
Yeah.
And an anchor.
We get a bunch of draft horses and we hook them up to the line. We send the dwarf out until we see him go under.
Until he gets swallowed. Then we pull it in.
Yeah.
That would actually work. So I'm just thinking that would probably work.
It's Fallout.
At the very least, you'd be covered in goop, and then we could just cut the goop off of you and sell the goop.
Hmm?
I like this idea.
Yeah.
They might even free you in the process.
Is there an entrepreneur class?
So, anyways, they're mainly interested in stories of other areas and so forth. They're more than willing to share whatever stories they have. Other than that, most of the conversation is tobacco and the tobacco business.
Is anybody here?
Yes, I am here.
Was it no? Were anybody in this group actually part of the whole demon at the tower and
No.
Friedrich getting killed
Well,
and all
That's
yeah.
my
that?
dwarf. That's my
No,
dwarf.
yeah.
That was
yeah.
your dwarf. That was your
Yeah. Nobody
protagonist.
knows
Nobody would. Oh man, all those legends are dead. Damn it.
Wait, how you have the
They're
knife
not
then?
dead. They're just being
That
tracked
was-
down by
that
the
was
town watch.
Keep. He's talking about way back at the tower that we got. You guys went down underneath it.
We're gonna
He was down
die,
there for a while.
resurrected.
Hey,
Yeah.
the college knows about it. I published a paper on it.
The knife was found at the
You
castle.
toe-to-toed the demon with your shield guy.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys all beat me to death.
Good times.
I forgot
Literally
about
to
It
that.
death.
it was mostly him shooting you.
Yeah, in the back of the head.
The college has an official paper
I
on it.
survived
Erda
way-
published it.
Nice.
I survived way
got a whole
longer
gold.
than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, remember your soldiers got fucking fricasseed by
couple
the
gold.
fireball?
Yeah, your halfling got sent off
Yeah.
I got corrupted for helping you.
I think there's even
I
a
can't
video
believe
of
I
it.
actually
Yeah,
went.
good times.
I can't believe my character survived that long toe to toe with a massive demon.
He was the only one that could. Nobody
Yeah.
else with that shield or that DB you had. Nobody else could have done it.
Well,
Okay,
even with my
so you guys gonna hang out here for the night?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna drink my ass off because I am traumatized.
I let my guard down
What?
to get my one.
Okay, and that's sort of the impression I'm getting, that everybody is sort of
I-
relaxing at this
Oh,
point.
I will keep my guard
Yes.
up to protect the group. Since
I-
I'm all clean now, I'm like, feel ready.
I
And I gotta make sure I'm
relaxed
up early to beat the elf for call time.
Okay.
I'm 100.
So the rest of you are going to relax here. And like I said, it seems like a fairly pleasant place. They're
4
very
hours of
very
meditation.
welcoming.
That's a D, is that a D&D thing?
I think it is.
A old Rolemaster, 2 hours of
2
meditation.
hours. That's what it was in Rolemaster. Yeah.
I think
D&D
D&D
is
also
4.
has one, yeah.
Actually, I think Pathfinder's. I think at one point it was 2 hours also.
Yep.
No, it's 4.
I got
Nothing's
I got a ring. That,
That's
yeah,
the-
that
yeah, ring of
yeah,
sustenance.
that does 2 hours.
I need
So
I need more spell casting.
and I'm the
Okay.
only one who ever actually got the ring.
morning comes. What is your guys' plan? The dwarf walks around, wakes up the elf.
Yep.
Shortly before first light.
You guys said you purchased alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
6 bottles.
Drink it.
They
Is
drank
that
a few of
strong
them.
Alcohol.
Drinking
Okay.
alcohol.
Spirits.
For my HP.
It's straight up ethanol.
Um,
They're drinking it.
Yeah, you can roll a recover for your HP.
How does that work?
It's endurance plus 20. Anything you get
Might be
above
able while
100, bonuses wise is HP.
Given a bit of alcohol
It's
and
like,
some herbs, I might be able to
Point
make it
for point.
stronger.
Natural healing.
okay, we'll pull it up, I guess.
You heal injuries
How much is it?
and criticals at a rate equal to your toughness bonus per day.
Toughness bonus per day.
Safe, clean place to rest. You basically get your hit points back in toughness bonus
There's a roll incorporated with it
for permanent damage.
for just regular healing.
If you have somebody tending you, I think you get a roll.
It's just a natural roll.
Holy
Because
shit.
I had to do it. Because there's a chance it just gets infected if you fumble.
Oh yeah, that's my thing.
Didn't you guys apply a healing poultice?
Because I've referenced the rule several times when I took 200-ish hit points
I didn't take
last
any
fight, so
Hmm.
I had to use it.
No, I was gonna put
periodically.
a poultice in his or a potion in his mouth, and then we just said, "Fuck it, I just healed him."
We
After
have
cut it
so
out.
few
Okay.
potions. Yeah, we don't want to waste.
Okay, right. Natural healing is slower and permanent, assuming
Honestly, I
a
think I
safe,
might just-
clean place to rest, which this qualifies. You heal injuries at a rate equal to your toughness bonus per day. So what's your toughness bonus?
5.
Times 5. You get 25 hit points every full night's rest.
It says here without when you're considering wounds you've lost, if you lost any wounds,
Mhm.
you make an average endurance test after a good night's sleep once a day. You heal wounds equal to the SL plus your toughness bonus for each day you spent taking it easy. Extra number of wounds is increased by your
That's
toughness
a day,
bonus.
though. We're not taking a day.
But
Yeah,
it's
that's
in
good
fact a
night- that's
night's
good
rest.
sleep, is
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay, so by extension, your base is just your toughness bonus. You can make your roll, endurance roll. Any successful adds another 5 points to it.
Okay.
So I was referencing my
average
roll.
Average is plus 20. So it's a plus 20 endurance test with it. It
Okay.
says right here.
Okay, that's fine.
Did you get any healing back?
No. Well, no. The Rolemaster equivalent that I had written up on the website
Right.
is natural healing. You get your toughness bonus times 5.
Okay.
No roll. Now, I'm willing to extend it to make an endurance roll as well if you get over 101 or less than 101. You modify it based on your success level by an extra 5 hit points. I'm fine with that because then it plays your skill in addition to the base. But yeah, if all you do is rest and you don't roll or anything, you still get your toughness bonus back.
I only took one hit that whole time, but I was wrapped up fighting the whole time.
Yes, it's a roll.
For my willpower bonus
Okay,
per
then.
round, which is 4 at this point.
That's a lot of
4
healing.
rounds, so that I don't know how we do healing for it.
What?
He's talking about the regeneration spell.
Yeah,
What's the regeneration spell do for you?
it gives you the regeneration trait.
It's a D10 per round. If
Yes,
you
I
roll,
didn't know if we were going to change any healing for that.
Yes. Anytime you do a wound or recover a wound, you multiply by 5, and that's how many hit points.
Okay. Thank
Also, if you roll a
recover
9 or
95
10,
points.
you also
What's that?
regenerate a limb.
95 hit points.
you. Yes.
D10
Okay.
wounds per
Yes.
round.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm
So
not
if
sure
we're
how you
fighting
got
a
that
troll,
many.
It's getting between
What was
5
your
and
total?
50.
My total was
Yeah.
242.
Okay, so that is 14 success levels. is 70.
70 plus the 25 from
I can
natural.
pull it up
Okay,
right now.
95.
I know it gives you some defect with fire, though.
Yeah. Acid and fire tends to negate regeneration.
Yes.
Fire.
Fire may not be regenerated and should be recorded separately.
Right.
There's nothing about acid, but I'm sure it'd be the exact same thing.
I'll feel free to modify it as necessary.
But I just want to make sure I know that.
You know, it's one, of
Thank
the,
Sure.
it's one of those good
I'm thinking I might honestly spend resilience so I can
It's
know
a
that.
6 CN, though, Ben. And
Yes, I know.
I'd rather have drop.
If you run into another bog cubitopus.
Well, it's not just that. Somebody's walking at you with a weapon.
Yeah.
Drop.
Yeah, a lot of things do have drop.
Drop.
Well, it's still a willpower check, I think.
There's still a test for you. Especially with the
plus-
wizard, because any spell you do to them, it automatically sets them on fire. I do the whole group. They all drop their weapons and burst in fire.
Oh, jeez.
Rob,
Dick!
be careful.
Yep.
This could be a weapon unless
So-
a challenge.
That's when you left? Alright, I'm too powerful. I gotta go.
Shortly before dawn, you guys are all up and moving and everything, getting some basic breakfast. What is you guys' plan for the day?
First, I want to ask the barkeep. Hey,
I'm gonna go find everybody.
have you heard of anybody gathering some black stones from the swamp?
Black stones.
Yep.
Like what kind of black stones?
Don't we have one?
uh,
I'm pretty sure we have one.
Nope.
there-
Heard 'em took 'em
people were like polishing them a little bit, putting them on necklaces and stuff.
Like crystals.
There was some salesman that came from here. Apparently, went over to Midnight was selling them
From here?
from here.
They
Yeah.
come from these swamp, not from this little tobacco area.
From
Yeah,
the
I-
swamp.
Yeah, from the swamp. Nothing I've ever heard of.
I don't have one written down, so I don't think I have, unless it's the what the hell's his name? Yeah, I don't have one written down.
I thought we picked one up.
I thought we did too, but I don't have it written
Okay.
down.
It's possible we discarded it because why not?
If somebody else has it written down, we can say, "Yep, we got it."
I don't.
No, I mean,
I don't.
I'm not aware of anything in this area. But then we don't get very many visitors or trade unless they're interested in tobacco. You might try the coaching outpost on the Great North Road. There's one in the middle of the swamp that's maintained there. They get quite a bit of trade coming through. They might know where those are coming from.
I'll definitely try that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get my food and are my clothes there, by the way? I'm more or
Yeah.
less than that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're clean, they're pressed, they're stitched. You can tell a little bit where they were fixed and everything, but
Fold them up, put them away. I
yeah.
probably can't tell.
Okay.
Wow, these look fantastic.
yeah,
Put them away.
they look good.
I'm a brass level person, so
They got most of the blood out.
South we go.
I'll take lead.
You see what
Okay.
they did? Just dyed the rest of the shirt red.
That would work. I like it. Good thinking.
Fantastic.
They just soaked it with more blood.
Oh.
Just get all crusty. later.
It's sort of a brown, rusty color.
Mhm.
If it's all blood colored, you don't notice the problems. Okay, any other supplies you guys wish to get before you head out?
We're going to a moat house.
Okay.
It's with an M.
Yeah. Were we gonna buy swamp material? Because that was the plan when we got here, to buy swamp supplies. So when we eventually go delving into the swamp
The
for
hell do
some
you
other
get for a
thing.
swamp supply?
Keep saying swamp.
Boots. Big boots.
Boots?
Boots about the size of him.
No, I don't want. No, that'll just weigh me down.
I'm just saying that. That's what you guys were saying when we got here.
I never once said anything about swamp
I
supplies.
never said anything about that either.
I don't know who in the world told you said swamp supplies. No, seriously, I don't even remember anybody saying it.
It may have been Andy.
I think you guys were. I think what he's referring to is you guys were talking antitoxins and things like that.
That
Yeah.
yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
we
Okay.
were.
Not like rubber boots and
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask about.
which is what I would
Fine,
take swamp supplies as.
Then I will ask because you said we better look here for them. I was gonna buy them back in Middenheim. So
Right.
I'll
Your
ask-
concern was when you were buying them in Midnight, A, they weren't going to be as fresh,
Right.
and B, therefore local issues, not things from the swamp. So the Commandant would be a much better place for it. Yeah, there's a couple of people that can supply basic remedies and so forth.
By the way, I would have drank one of my digestive tonics after bathing in that stupid swamp water the previous day.
Okay.
I didn't. I'd be worried I got some in my mouth and.
You feel more regular.
He's trying to fight the cleanliness. Such an elf.
Anyways, that would have been yesterday that I did that. So, but yeah,
In the baths yesterday, you peeled a couple of leeches off of you.
Oh.
And
I've had them on me before, man. It's not a good feeling.
no,
Even though you really can't feel that they're
you
on
don't
you,
feel them
but
until you see them.
see 'em, you're like, oh,
Psychologically,
damn.
though.
We got the bag of salt. That was when I was in the Boy Scouts, actually. We had to carry our own bags of salt on our canoe.
It's like the old Stand By Me movie.
Yeah, I never had any there. We literally went through this one river, just real quick. All of us when we got out, like the person who had the least had one. The person who had the most had like 11 leeches on them. You know, on our, I'm talking like knee down, just leeches all over us.
Please stop.
It's really-
I'm trying to go to bed. I don't want to envision that.
Just envision this. Salt,
No,
salt
no.
kills them instantly.
Yeah.
Salt just
Just envision it's like this big.
No! Stop!
Pulses.
That's so, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. All right.
You
Anyway,
started
I
it.
did, not knowing that I was
And they
doing it.
attach themselves without you realizing it.
Right.
Stop!
It's true.
Especially in dark places like under covers.
Please.
That's so messed up. So yeah, I would ask about antitoxin.
Okay,
And
sure.
anti-plague.
Yeah, they have plenty of antitoxin, anti-plague available for the standard market price, whatever
Do
that
we
is.
have a heavy crossbow here?
Was it a rare item?
Yes.
Okay.
Since the town of Middenheim, we could not find.
Town of Middenheim
so-
did not have any.
I'll let you search this time.
Okay. I mean, I searched it last time and I failed to find it, so.
I'm busy buying antitoxins and anti-plagues.
Hey Matt, I also might just save up my XP just to get Arcane Spell again.
Because I mean, if we find better bog
Instead
plus
of
and it's in the water, I
spending
kind
it
of need to
permanently,
like
so-
have a ranged weapon that doesn't.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
It doesn't suck.
yeah, that doesn't like go out when it hits water.
The leeches
By the
do.
way, did you retrieve your hand axe?
Yeah, I did.
Give me a roll.
Gotta get waxed. Use
Yeah,
them.
I'm not going to spend those
Oh,
millions to get
a
Arcane
92.
Spell that I can get
92.
by
Yes, they do have a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Lord
It
spells,
is a bit old.
like
Okay.
generation.
Um, the shopkeeper has one up on the old on a high shelf. It says don't really get much call for this. You take a look at it. It looks to be fairly high quality. Looks to be dwarven manufacture.
Okay.
How much is a crossbow normally?
Like 6 gold.
Is it?
Have that
Yeah,
one?
it's expensive.
Okay.
That was why I went looking for it.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, we haven't had much call for this. It cost me a bundle when I got it off the trader. I could probably let you have it for 45.
45 gold.
Yeah.
God. No, we don't have that.
You don't?
No, we don't.
What?
Nothing like a fucking 900% markup.
That
No.
Could be magical.
It's dwarven manufacturing.
That would be nice.
Antitoxins kit. It's not an antitoxin. It's
45 gold for a
kit.
heavy crossbow.
Six gold normally.
Right.
not 900. Yeah, 900%, but nine times. Base Rolemaster
That'd be 50.
is at least 10 times.
Yeah, high quality.
Close enough.
Okay.
Huh.
So a antitoxin kit is scarce. Do they have that here?
They do,
Okay.
because they live next to a swamp where toxins are common.
Okay.
I'll tell him to hold it.
I give it to
I
you, by
need
the
to
way.
retrieve the
And
funds.
it's actually
Okay. Yeah,
very
not a problem. It's not
specific.
going
It
anywhere.
contains a small knife, herbs, and a jar of
Get back in
leeches.
sneak
A
purpose.
successful heal test with an antitoxin kit removes all.
You're a
poison
dwarf,
conditions.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
You know how to blacksmith?
Yeah.
Treatment takes at least 2 rounds.
Okay.
You mind doing some work? I
Those 3
might be able to work out a trade.
Okay. What do you need blacksmithing?
He takes you around back. There's a wagon. The axle's like bent in the middle.
Okay.
It's missing a wheel. Said you can fix this up. Last guy we had here in town said it was missing a couple of parts. But if you can fix this, get this working, that'll help us get our tobacco to market and everything.
Do I know about him finding this crossbow?
Sure.
Alright.
I kind of like how nobody's even questioning what I did.
I'm a thief.
I you do what you want.
I'll help
Yeah,
him out
you
with the
do.
wagon and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Do you actually have smithing ability?
I actually do.
Okay. So give me
I
a.
do have tradesmith.
I am leaving the dwarf behind for one thing because we're
Okay.
leaving.
Oh, you're actually leaving like right now?
I'm leaving. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming at this point you're just doing a quick look over it.
Okay.
See what sort of work you might need to
Yeah.
do.
Only we
I
have
So
mean,
give-
I wasn't staying behind specifically from the mission standpoint.
He just seen what. Yeah, he just taking a look at this as a separate task.
How hard do I think it would be to relieve said establishment of nice crossbow?
If you could distract the shopkeeper, probably trivial.
Yeah.
It's up on a high shelf in the back. It's covered in dust.
High shelf for me. And come on.
No, it's a high shelf for a human, but I mean it's basically up there as a display piece because nobody ever looks at it. I mean according to him, it's been there for a couple of years. He bought it thinking it was a good investment, and then nobody could ever afford it.
45 gold though.
No,
It's actually 7 gold as a hobby
Okay.
crossbow.
Okay.
thank you. I'll change my arm. Thanks.
Okay.
But yeah.
So give me a smithing roll.
I can't play thieves.
Oh, I rolled good again, the 90. Obviously, it's meant to be.
Okay.
Um,
So with the use of the town's forge and several days' work, you could probably repair it.
okay.
But it's missing a couple of pieces in the axle that you can't forge. You're
Okay.
gonna have to find some
I
replacements.
have Smith trade. Could I assist him? Well, no, I'm not even there. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, sharing information, the trade. He could. I mean, he tells you it would probably cost you 30 or 40 gold to buy the parts
Okay.
that you would need. So it'd be a few days. If you could get to a place that has it. Obviously, this little village doesn't have that. That's why his wagon is broken at this point.
Are we planning on coming back to this town?
Yes, of course now.
Well, do we really want to stay the night in a swamp?
Dwarven craftsmanship
Possibly
needs to
very
be-
corrupted.
Needs to be used back.
How bad do you want her?
Quite badly, but not illegally.
I
I
have
will
money.
gain it in an honest way.
Sure you will.
How much money is it?
45.
I'm pretty sure it's a
much
no-brainer
is
that we
more?
don't want to stay in the possibly
Your
very corrupted swamp
I'm not worried about it.
than a town.
I'm not worried.
Matt, how
What?
much in our group fund?
0.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry, we have 1 gold left.
Yeah, we spent it all on potions and shit before we left.
Yeah. And
I spent 3 of our last 4 gold
And
to
I'm
get
not
that
asking the
antitoxin
group
kit.
to drain their funds for this crossbow.
I wasn't draining any
Well,
funds.
yes, I know. I'm talking about William's point about draining the group fund and stuff like that. I'm not asking anyone
So what
to
you're
do
saying
that.
is
It would appear
if
the
I
group fund
had
is
the
already
crossbow
I only have 1 gold.
and could
I don't know
offer
where
the
you guys
crossbow
are
to
getting
you,
all
you
this
would
money.
refuse using it because you would
Yes.
assume I stole it?
Yes.
Cool.
And I would return it.
I'm gonna.
I don't know where all this money is coming from.
What?
I only have 1 gold.
I'm gonna go to the sheriff.
About to be 0 if the
Okay.
elf does.
Okay.
Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
any Do you have any major issues with any of the creatures in the swamp? Local creatures, like your resident octopus? Will you pay
Larry?
Yeah. Would you pay me to take care of some of these creatures for you?
Well, like feed him?
Like kill them. Or
Well,
rid yourself of the problem. Do you have a trade route or something through the swamp?
No. Our trade route goes to
The next town over.
yeah, whatever.
Right here.
It's slightly covered over.
That is not a trade route going that way. This is.
Yeah, Prittstock. It's where we send our goods.
All right.
I mean, the coaches might have some trouble and so forth, but they don't come down this way. Like I said, we send all our trash north. Larry takes care of it. Why would we want you to eliminate Larry?
May have already done that.
It's not,
What do you mean by
not
trash?
entirely-
You keep saying trash, but
Well, the criminal element.
Makes sense.
No, the criminal element seems to die in the cage with or without Larry's help.
Just
Okay, that works too.
But
You have become the
how
trash.
was the cage held there, by the way?
Chain.
One of us is already trash.
you understand what I'm saying.
Do I need you to kill a random monster in the swamp? No, I mean, you're more than welcome to go monster hunting. There's plenty of things out there that I'm sure will try to eat you. But no, we don't have any problems. I mean, we generally avoid the swamp.
Hey, William.
It's a swamp. It's not very pleasant place.
Oh, no, where?
I mean, they used to try to settle it to the south, that moat house, but that didn't really hold very well. The trolls didn't really seem to like it. They kept attacking.
Trolls?
Is it not lizard folk trolls?
No.
Good. If we were to eradicate said trolls,
Generation trade.
which in itself,
I am heading out. I'm getting.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
So
following the elf.
okay.
would you be able
Sure,
to
I'll do the same.
take control of
Maybe we'll
the
be able to
moat
find
house?
some more of this.
No, it's a ruin. We don't care about it.
All right.
Otherwise we would have said people years ago.
Yeah.
That thing's been ruined for 20 or 30 years. Doesn't have any value to us. Nobody ever goes out there. We gave up on trying to expand to the south quite a while ago, again because of said trolls. Now you want to eliminate the trolls by all means. I wouldn't recommend it. Trolls tend to be kind of nasty, especially that snaggletooth one.
Snaggletooth?
Yeah.
Don't.
Go for it.
I'm going to buy arrows.
Hey,
Because I
I
forgot
got
to
the
buy
grenades.
arrows in
What kind of-
town, the previous town.
What
I
kind
see a
of threat
troll.
is
I'm
Snaggletooth?
out. Y'all.
He's a troll.
on your own.
Same.
I got the grenades for it.
He
How much are
Larger
arrows?
or have you actually had anybody give honest reports of?
I assume so. A couple of the farmers to the south have commented that occasionally they get attacked by them. They call one of them Snaggletooth. Apparently has a slightly mutated tooth that curves down instead of up. Kind of hooked over and everything. But no, again, they don't bother us. We don't bother them. They leave our tobacco alone. Seems like it seems like the tobacco almost like repels them.
It's right next.
So they don't really bother us.
A little. It's not that.
Thanks for the
It's
info.
ammunition.
Okay.
It's the next page over.
Okay.
I don't want to be one.
We are.
I wanted
Arrows,
to
12
ask
for
someone
five,
whether or not the
pence,
group
5 silver.
was on a wagon or not.
Silver?
Whether the group was on a wagon, did they have a wagon? Yes,
The
they did.
adventure
Did you hear
group.
that?
Yes.
What?
And did they travel with it?
Grab a
Yes.
piece of
Okay.
fucking tobacco we can find to keep the trolls away from us.
Which would probably have the parts that you need.
That's what
Right.
I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm going to take the parts from the adventurer's wagon that we're going to go probably slaughter.
Maybe. Unless they slaughter you.
Do they have any elf arrows here?
Do they have elf arrows? What are those, rare?
Exotic.
Give me a roll.
There's only 6 silver.
33.
Per one
I
arrow.
broke it.
That's a double.
33? Sure, they got 2.
So 12 silver.
Hey, they'll come back to you though.
Yeah, for you that might be 3.
Right?
Or 4.
As we leave,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start grabbing the tobacco,
The raw stuff or the processed?
the raw stuff,
Okay.
and just shoving it in my bag.
And just start filling it up.
If we're
Oh, this shit keeps trolls away?
That's what the townsfolk claim.
That's
They,
what I
they've
go
never in the town's never been bothered by trolls or other swamp creatures. Their view is the tobacco the smell of it keeps them away. That's why they all smoke. Has nothing to do with the
horrifically
nicotine.
addictive chemicals.
Yeah,
in
has
it.
nothing to do with that.
Could I get
That's
a bit
great,
of it
actually.
also?
I like it.
Can you get what?
Can I get some also?
Yes.
Why are you trying to detract them?
He's trying to keep them away so you can't fight them.
So,
No, I'm not getting any tobacco. I don't want to
so
smell like
this
that.
moat house
I want a
is
snack. I want a
separated from everywhere else.
According to the common story, it was a small castle or outpost built south of the city, south of the village, about an hour or two hike away.
Okay, so
It
now-
was established about 50 years ago when the locals tried to expand into more fertile terrain to the south of the swamp.
Okay.
It was always plagued with problems from the swamp, especially trolls. So eventually they gave up on it. It wasn't worth the effort. And for the last 20 or 30 years, it's been sitting abandoned. Nobody ever goes there because it's nothing but a ruin.
So it's a castle?
It's a small castle. It's an outpost.
Okay, outposts. Like the outposts in between where my other
Sure,
character went.
sure.
I need to play the module Temple of Elemental Evil. Then we'll know what a moat house is.
I've heard horrible.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's a great
So
video game. Too.
I should be okay to use my.
I'm already moving with him.
Yeah, but you're like way ahead of him already.
You probably saw me with the stuff at the octopus.
That-
Octopus.
Yeah, the shell stuff.
The,
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
So, okay. Any other supplies or anything you guys need from town? Otherwise, I'm going to assume the other two are going to join you. If only from engineering curiosity and willingness to kill anything. And we'll continue with that next week.